Sweet. Back to live streams. All right, everybody. Let's see if someone can change my mind today. I've been vegan 12 years and I'm pretty confident in it. But hey, there's a lot of people telling me I'm wrong every day. So maybe someone wants to share something that I don't know yet. Some new excuse to abuse animals. I don't know. Let's see. So many people have been arguing with me over the last few days. I keep inviting them to discuss. Join the live stream, discuss. And then what would be the point? What would be the point? Why are you spending hours in my comment section then? So I don't know. I don't have too much of a high hope, but I spent a long time trying to figure out how to get this goddamn live stream going. And here we are. I think I got it. I don't know. Maybe I'm talking to myself right now. I need someone to send a comment and let me know. Oh, yeah, I'm live. Sweet. Yeah. So anyway. Oh, I just remembered. I made a whole soundboard for this moment. Don't know how to use it. Oh, all right. So, a couple of things. Join the stream as a guest. Here's what we need to do. Boom. There we go. So yeah, anybody who you against all zoos, join me and find out. Where is Pin? Boom. There we go. Yo, what's up, Thomas? Yo, Nikki Cashpey in the house. God damn, this stream just got good. My God. Are you against all zoos? Probably, but let's talk about it, bro. Join the stream. You'll be right here, and we'll have a discussion about it. Tell me what you think about zoos. Tell me what you think about veganism. Thanks, gorgeous. I assume, or are you vegan, Thomas? Come discuss, brother. Very interesting topic, if you never thought about it much. Are you vegan? That's a real question. Are you vegan? Let me know. You're vegan? Mad. Good for you, bro. Then you won't be able to do a very good job of changing my mind. I'm against all zoos. Probably. Yeah, probably. I don't see if it's a zoo, then it ain't a sanctuary. So why would we support a zoo versus sanctuary? You know what I mean? But join me, bro. What the fuck's that? Yeah, join me, brother. Come tell me what you think about it. You obviously got some thoughts about it you want to share, and I want to hear them. So let's have a respectful discussion. By the way, can you guys hear my music, or is that just me? I'm hoping it's just me. Trippy Visuals, sponsored by Trippy Visuals. Thomas, is my audio not working or what? You can't hear me? Can you hear me or what? Just you bobbing your head. Are you against all zoos? You're starting to trip me out, dude. You've asked me that like 8 times. I'm guessing you can't hear me, maybe. Tell me if you can hear me. Hello, sir. What are your thoughts on lab-grown meat? Hello, once we're good. That's a great question. But what I really want to do, I'll answer in a second. What I really want to do is get people to join me so I can see if all this energy we put into trying to make this live stream capable of such a thing. I want to see if it works. So why don't we talk about it on stream once we're good? Join me. Go to the pinned post. Did I pin it? I don't know if I did. Yeah, I think I did. It's at the top there. It's jimmycashpey.com/live. Join me and let's discuss it. Let's discuss lab-grown meat. What do you think? No, wait, don't tell me. Join me instead. Join me instead. You only asked it one time? Thomas, yeah, I saw your question pop up like 8 times, bro. So if you just asked it once, must be no, it keeps asking it. You really just asked this once? So all the more reason we shouldn't discuss back and forth in a text. Go to jimmycashpey.com/live and join me, bro, and we'll have an actual real life discussion about it. Wouldn't that be better? I want to hear you. Always got something to say, bro. All right, you should be able to see my pin message and that as well. Can you guys see that? Do us a favor, let us know. Did I pin your comment, Thomas? Because I didn't mean to be honest. I meant to pin my own comment. Whew, we are starting off rough today. It's been a while. I haven't done a live stream for like 2 years. So, bear with me. Yo, yes, citizen. What's up? This is the kind of energy I like to see. Your music is killer, man, or anti-killer. Damn, that's some wise wordplay there. You should probably be writing rhymes too. What's up, Michelle? All right, Nikki's fault, everyone. All right, now we understand. Yo, yes, citizen, thanks so much for the love on my music. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I'm thoroughly enjoying this new chapter. I think it's going to be very, very powerful. I think there's a lot of potential here. Have you been seeing my raps on Instagram or just the song Psychopathic Tendencies? The fuck's that? Thomas, join me, bro. Let's talk zoos. So, join the stream as a guest. Anybody want to join me? Come have a chat. Even if you don't want to debate yet, while we're waiting for somebody else to get involved who actually does want to debate. If you want to come to have a quick chat, no worries at all. Feel free. It'll be good to speak to you and to see if I set this shit up right. I hope you blobs soon get the message out there in a creative way. People dig it. The reactions were encouraging. Yeah, thanks a lot, man. I know the reactions were amazing. I was shocked because 5 minutes straight, 4-minute songs, 4-minute 30 seconds of calling animal abusers, calling non-vegan psychopaths. I thought it was gonna maybe be spark a little more outrage in them, but I think because they are huge rap fans, those reactors that I shared, they expect to be offended in rap. They expect controversy, so that just didn't faze him at all. It was amazing to see. And that's what I love about rap is that you can say shit you would never say to a person in real life. Oh, so many fucking crazy lines I would never actually say. But because it's an artistic expression kind of thing, you can say the shit that you're really thinking. Like, this is my closest to real honesty that I can find. Because, you just can't be fully honest because someone will punch you in the face, basically, if you're doing that on the street. Or the apps won't even allow it, really. It's different style. But with rap, you have a lot more freedom. A lot more freedom to be creative with it. Exactly. Yeah, that was super encouraging, man. And they said a lot of great stuff about the song. And it was my first song, That was my first proper song. It was a huge learning curve. Took a lot of time and effort to get to that point. First music video. So, yeah, find me a rapper with a better first song. Good luck. And find me a better V gangster rap song. Good luck. Chris Christia Marietta. It is on my YouTube channel. It's called Psychopathic Tendencies. Jimmy Cashpey, Psychopathic Tendencies. Or if you want to see my 18 plus version, which is more graphic, more powerful, go to my Patreon. There's a link in the description of this video probably. And you will be able to watch it. And I'd love your feedback. I'd love to hear what you think about it as well. It's fucking crazy though, because you have no idea how long we spent making this video. Like months. It was a lot. And we had to reshoot the entire thing, like right when we finished it and uploaded it to YouTube and realized the setting that we'd use made it unwatchable. It was so blurry. We reshot the entire thing when we thought we were done, when we were already so dead. And anyway, what was I going to say? I don't even remember. Fuck, I forget or whatever. Oh yeah, thanks Nicole. Patreon.com/Jimmy Cashpey. Yeah, so you can see the 18 plus version there. And yeah, because it took so long, that's what I was going to say. It took so long, a lot of learning experience, new things, everything was new. So now the next song is going to probably be a lot faster. And that'll be coming soon. I got a totally new strategy this time because first of all, just let me, before I get into a whole story about this, anybody who wants to try to change my mind, who thinks we shouldn't be vegan for some reason, go to the pinned post. Is it pinned, everyone? Because for me, it ain't pinned, but I can't do anything about it, unfortunately. But anyway, anyone who wants to debate, you can click the link and join me, and you'll come up here as your video if you just want to do text, and we can have a chat about it. I would love to speak to some people who aren't vegan today if possible. Everybody's so confident in my comment section until I ask them to come for a chat. Yeah, so because I got banned on Instagram and got hacked on Facebook, I had no social media for like a year. And I'd already been writing rhymes, and then I just went hard into putting all the songs together that I'd been playing with. Because there was a bit of I wasn't sure if I was still going to do it kind of at that point, And then when I started putting the songs together, I realized, shit, I got so much fucking good shit here. This is going to be epic. And but I spent so much time on the music video because all I had left was YouTube. So just before the music video was done and ready to release, so I was like really, talking to Meta a lot, trying to get it all sorted. Then I got my Instagram back, got my Facebook unhacked, and by the time I shared the video, I was going to say how so sad. By the time I shared the video, I had no real content strategy because I didn't have other ways to share. I thought I'm just going to put as much as I can into this music video and hope for the best. And it is crazy because it is one of the least viewed videos I've ever made. I can't believe it, honestly. It's pretty funny. So anyway, it's the YouTube's most underrated video right now. So check it out while it's still got that title. Yeah, it was very annoying because the reason I got banned on Instagram, I try to be as honest as I can while just pushing the limits of the rules on the platform, But anyway, I'd been having a debate with this guy who would never join me here, but I will ask him. I was having a debate with this guy who, he was just so unreasonable, but in what he was saying, but the way he was saying it was fairly, nice. That's why I engaged him for about 2 weeks on it. And then all of a sudden he said, I hope your cats die, random comment. And all I wrote was, what a trigger little bitch you are. And then I got banned. He said my cat should die. I just said that. And I thought maybe I would get away with it because I wrote bitch with a 1, B1TCH. But, the AI cracked my code. And yeah, and that was, kind of the final straw because I already had a few. And I was not getting it back. They were like, this is permanently done. So it was nuts, right? because I put, thousands of posts up, and yeah, it was crazy. And all of it just overnight, it was gone. And then ages later, just at the end of last year, I was calling Meta, trying to be able to change my names to Jimmy Cashpey everywhere, which is a whole nother problem I got, but whatever. And then I was just like, no, you got to make this happen. This wasn't fair. It was very unfair that I got banned. You got to look into it. This is what happened. And they're like, sorry, it's already been too long. There's no way that you'll be able to appeal this. And so I just kept restarting new cases, just trying again, because it was such a huge loss, actually. And then they were like, you were right. We fucked up. Here you go. And it was just like it was never gone. So, yeah. So anyway, that's that. But, so my next strategy will be to, now that I have, all my social media back, I don't need to put so much effort into a YouTube video, sorry. I can, I'm going to record a bunch of songs, like record 10 songs, record my first album. And I have, many more than 10 songs waiting to go. So I'll record just 10, first album, Brainwash Zombies. And then everyone will be able to listen to it. I might release the songs on here on YouTube as well with the visualizers and all that kind of thing. And then I'll work on the music videos later, because all that time for like 5,000 views on my music video doesn't make sense. So I'd rather just release the music and then just use the music in reels and shorts and all that kind of shit. I'll probably get way more views on the music and, get more ears listening to what Jimmy Cashpey got to say. But that's beside the point, because this is all about you should be vegan, change your mind. So any non-vegans out there, especially the ones who are always in my comment section talking shit, I should let them know. And join. I'll let them know right now. But what about y'all? How you been? What's been happening? What a world we living in. Shit is fucking wild out there and getting wilder, in my opinion. Crazy shit been going on. Well, here we go. Just as well, can you just let me know you can hear me fine? I sound all right and everything like that, so I'm not doing nothing weird. And Thomas, join me, bro. Come and shit. Come talk about the zoo thing you wanted to mention. Brainwash Zombies album dropping one day soon. Get hyped. Yeah, get hyped. It's I think it's got some banging tracks for sure. There's a lot just like psychopathic tendencies. It's just real honest. And I felt that was what the world needed, like stop thinking about strategy and stop thinking about, how to say it, like stop worrying. I got really sick of people using vegans as an excuse to continue being animal abusers. Like, no, that is just such shit. And so I just went all in on like, use the animal abusers. It's got nothing to do with what vegans say. It's on you guys if you want to continue being animal abusers. But yeah, use a psychopath, use acting like psychopaths, use brainwash zombies. And, before I would have never spoke like that. I would have just tried really hard to connect with them and encourage them and all that, which I still do all the time. Don't get me wrong. But I felt like there was a base that needed to be covered of just like, I don't give a fuck if this offends you. In fact, I hope it offends you. Fucking animal abusing, brainwash zombie, corpse eating psychopaths, And I feel like just the honesty of it, I feel like it pierces the conditioning in a different way. So, so I think the music is going to be, a really interesting new direction to add to what's already going on out there. Hi, James, you helped me see that being vegetarian wasn't enough 9 years ago when I watched your amazing speech on YouTube. Stacy, that's epic. Thank you so much for letting me know. And yeah, being vegetarian is a great start. I'm not one of those vegans who says being vegetarian isn't a great start. Let's just be real. It feels very hard to stop eating flesh. So when someone goes vegetarian, I'm impressed. I'm not like I'm still, I want everyone to be vegan for obvious reasons, but I definitely think, this is a clear path that works. Majority, in my opinion, from what I've seen, majority of vegans went vegetarian first or something like that. So it's clearly a strategy that works in terms of the practical application of the vegan principle. You know what I mean? Someone needs to get. Oh, wait. So Stacey, and how's your 9 years been? You've been vegan 9 years now. How you doing? How's your health? How is world through your vegan eyes? Your family, everything like that. They get it or what? Yes, Citizen says someone needs to get the blunt reality out there. There's too much gaslighting. Yeah, exactly. You just need to have the confidence. Like what I have developed over 12 years is full confidence in what I'm saying. At first I was like, man, I must be wrong. I can't realize this massive atrocity and everyone else doesn't, just a small collection of people. Like I'm not that smart. But then the more you watch slaughterhouse footage and realize that wouldn't even exist if everybody just did what vegans are already doing, then you start to realize, fuck, you're right. We're right. And oh my God, everybody's so wrong. And them being so wrong causes the worst brutal hell that, you can't even explain, like just fucking the worst shit ever that could ever happen. So, yeah, it helped. As the years go on, things sort of change. There's many levels to being vegan, I feel, in a way, like, yeah, veganism is veganism, but there's different stages as well, that I think people go through over the years being a vegan. What? Christia. Am I saying that right? Krista. Sorry, now I see it. Same as Stacey. I'm 100% vegan since August 2017, and James was one of the biggest influences for me. Vegang. Fuck yeah. See, this is why I love doing lives with you guys. No, that's amazing, Krista. What was it in particular? Was it a speech, or you're just sort of seeing bits and pieces of the things I was posting and things like that? And also, how's life for you now? How's life since you've been vegan for, what's that? That's 11 years? Yeah, 11 years. Respect. I love to see it. Man, I've been doing this a while. Here we go. Hello, our first animal abuser. That might work. I see you wrote a whole bunch of stuff and I would really love to respond to it. But let's discuss, bro. Let's have a real conversation. Join me. Click the link, the pinned comment. Guys, can you tell me if the link is pinned or not? Here, let me post it for you guys again. Number 3. Oh, what? Another one? Wait, hang on a second. Where my links at? JimmyCashpey.com. By the way, everyone, we have a new website, JimmyCashpey.com, and I would love it if you guys check it out. Let me know what you think. I plan to be doing these lives a lot more in the coming months, and yeah, JimmyCashpey.com/live. So where's the dude gone? That might work. 1. Yeah, biology alone says you're wrong. We have omnivore teeth, not herbivores, not carnivores. No other life form on the planet goes against its biology, except blah, 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 blah. So yeah, join me, bro. Let's chat about it. I would love to. I'll be chill. Don't worry. I'm not gonna, not gonna make you feel as bad as you should for what you are condoning over here. So if you're very confident, join me. You can join me with video or just voice if you don't want to show your face. I wouldn't want to show my face personally if I was an animal abuser defending animal abuse. But you might want to, I know there's a lot of proud animal abusers out there. You sound kind of like one of them. So yeah, join me, bro. Let's chat. Your opportunity to dominate a vegan on his own live. Let's see if you can do it. You join that, I'll invite you in. Come on, let me test out all this equipment. I got all this shit started. Now, back to Oh, Stacey, my health is great. I feel healthy now than in my 30s, healthy now in my 30s than in my 20s. My mum, stepdad, and partner are vegan too after I wouldn't stop talking about the animals. That is a fucking good vegan right there. Nice work, Stacey. I love to hear it. Thanks for sharing all that. And what a lucky family to be surrounded by such a legend. Soon to be 10 years vegan and can definitely relate to different stages throughout that time. Yeah, 14, 16, 14. Yeah, there is. Even in my first year vegan, I still didn't see animals for who they are. You know, I was like, we shouldn't hurt them, but I really didn't think about life through their eyes and how similar it is to mine. I really didn't see them as people, you know. And I had never been around animals much, you know. So, there's that. And then there's just, personally, I have just become more and more disheartened over the years with people's, what's the word? Like lack of effort to try to do anything to go vegan, you know, just so comfortable in their big death cult. Oh my God, pisses me off so bad. I'm sick of it. That's why Jimmy Cashpey got to be here now. Number 3 since, oh no, sorry, I'm tripping. That's a different thing. Yo, Krista, I followed you and saw your speeches, street discussions, and my health is until now perfect. Oh, until now perfect. Brilliant. I'm stoked. Yeah, I mean, obviously your health's going to get a lot better when you stop eating dead bodies of murder victims. So that's fucking awesome. Hey, yes, citizen, what do you think you're doing? What do you think you're doing responding to that animal abuser? That's my job. Don't be stealing my clients, all right? I'm not even going to read out what you said, even though it was a very good answer. I'm not reading that. That might work. Join me. Yeah, cool. You kill and slaughter animals to eat. Let's talk about it, bro. Sound like you desperately need to speak to someone like me before more innocent beings get murdered by you. Just a little bit of a big deal. I don't know. Hi, Jimmy. I am vegan since about 2 years now from India. Do you know People Farm? First of all, respect for being vegan since then. That is epic. And what made you go vegan? As for People Farm, no, I never heard of it. I don't know if you know that I went to India and did a speaking tour back in the day. And I got the first ever anti-dairy article, which was like an interview with me in the Diaper Times or Jew Diaper Times or something like that in the newspaper. It was epic. And then the university, I spoke to 500 students. The university had to pretend that I didn't go there because they were getting in all this shit for inviting me, and they had to lie and say, no, I never went there. And yeah, it was actually a bit of a thing. So yeah, that might work. Join me, bro. Come on, you one of those proud animal abusers. Did I call it? I called it. I smelled it. So come and chat with me, bro. Debate a vegan. This is your time to shine, my friend. Don't be shy. Don't be shy about it. Come and defend animal abuse. Hi, Jimbo and chat. This is Tower Bridge 04. I've been vegan since 2014 thanks to Gary Yourofsky, the OG legend. And I also watched Tim Sheath, but he keeps transitioning back and forth. Fucking lost cause, that guy. Yourofsky, on the other hand, was a huge influence in me going vegan as well. So respect to him. And he's back on the job now too, which happened since I lost my social medias and stuff. So fuck, how good is that? What else we got going on here? On the phone and talk to the professional flesh zombie slayer. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, yes, citizen. That's right. Get on here, mate. Defend it. You're so proud. You do it yourself. Let's talk. Why are you afraid? You don't even have to share your face. Let's talk. You're already in here talking shit. Come on. Wise lime. Lions don't care about your feelings. I don't care about your comments. I care about you getting up here and trying to change my mind. Don't be shy, animal abusers. I don't get it. This is what I'm talking about. You're all so proud, so good with what you're doing. Like it's no big thing. But as soon as it's debate a vegan time, nothing. Not one. Why? Come on, you're disappointing my chat. You're making my life boring. Does it help their brains are as small as toes? James, firstly, if you're going to have the name James, be brave enough to come and discuss animal abuse that you pay for and probably do yourself with me, another James, Jimmy. Come on. Oh, man, this is frustrating. Because you guys know you're going to get cooked like a rotting corpse. That is what I will do to you. What you do to animals, I will cook you just like that. Burn to a crisp. Don't be afraid, guys. Click the link. Hey, no one told me. Can you see the link pinned in the chat? Is it pinned there at the top there or not? Let us know. People Farm is an animal help organization in India. A lot of vegans work there, and a lot of volunteers, even from the USA, go there to volunteer and help animals. They have 2 million subs. Wow. Yeah, I really don't think I've ever heard of them, actually. So I'm missing out, it sounds like. I'll copy paste that and make a note. Check them out. People. Sweet. Thanks for letting me know. Sound like they're doing amazing work. India's got a lot of massive problems, and it's a shame because you got a lot of great people, and a lot of cow lovers. So it makes absolutely no sense. Aaron Madrish. Hey, bro, thanks for commenting on my latest Insta posts. Cool to have one of my OG heroes see my outreach. Yo, Aaron, what's your IG, brother? I'm sorry, I don't recognize the name, but let me see who I'm talking to here. And mate, good for you getting out there and speaking to the people. If I'm liking it, that must be because it's good. So good for you, bros. I'd love to hear how you got into it and everything, man, and how it's going for you. And say something encouraging if you want for other vegans who aren't doing anything like that yet. Streamelements.com/ Nah, I don't know why that showed there. All right. Anyway. Yes, citizen, they only need to have a subjective experience and ability to suffer or thrive to matter morally. Intelligence-based discrimination of other animals is ableism dressed up as speciesism. Yes, citizen, don't make me block you, okay? Stay out of this, bro. Stay. I know you're a passionate vegan, just like me. You're going to have to start your own life if you want to be doing all the debating, okay? Just stop that shit. When someone's up here, you can debate anyone you want in the comment section as much as you want, all right? Don't make me block you. I like you. So, Wise Lion. Haha, you're funny, bro. There's no pin. All right. Where the fuck? Give me 1 sec. Join the stream as a guest. Boom. Let's have a look here. What? Replace pin message. Boom. How about that? Message pinned? I still don't see it pinned, honestly. I think something's wrong. So, Wise Lion, if you want to join me, let me know. Come up, do video or just voice, and we'll have a chat. You're a pretty cool guy for a vegan. Bro, you can't be a cool guy unless you're vegan. That's what I want to explain to you in our discussion. But I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. And yeah, man, you know, I'm just a guy who is passionate about ending animal abuse. I'm passionate against animal abuse. I'm passionate against child abuse, you know what I mean? Just like you're probably passionate against one and then hypocritical on the other. So discuss it with me, bro. I bet you by the end of our conversation, you will see vegans and what we're here to do in a whole nother light. Not this guy. Three-eyed Charlie back again. James has hat and glasses on because he's insecure that he looks old as fuck now. The vegan diet done this. How do I look, guys? Three-eyed Charlie yesterday was in my comments saying, look how old you are now, man. Look at how much you changed. Oh, yeah, my mic's on my hat. Look how much you changed. Yeah, bro, because it's been 12 years since I started posting online. You know what I mean? So people age, dude, and I don't sleep anywhere near enough, like not even half enough. And I've suffered a hell of a lot of pain. And I deal with animal abusers like you all fucking day, every day for the last decade. And animal abuse is stressful in itself to just know all this shit. People age, bro. What do you expect? But good luck finding a 39-year-old. That's how old I am, 40 in a month or two, a few months on it. You find me a better looking 40-year-old. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. They don't exist. A corpse eater that's as handsome as me doesn't exist. Prove me wrong. And better yet, join me for a chat, bro. We always chatting in our comments. Now's your time to shine. Now's your time to shine, brother. Come on. Just for fun, you know. Just a quick chat. All right. All vegans are cooler than their non-vegan counterparts. Exactly, yes, citizen. You are onto it. Steph, I was following you 12 years ago when I became a vegetarian. I stopped following for years, but tonight decided to see what you've been up to. Proud of you all these years later. I'm still veggie. Thank you so much, Steph. You were following me 12 years ago. That's epic. So it was just maybe during my vow of silence, perhaps. Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate you. You just randomly had a thought to see what I'm up to tonight, because this is my first live I've done in like 2 years. So that is pretty interesting. And Steph, I would love to discuss with you that you are still veggie. Click the link. The pinned comment, and join me for a chat. Just on your phone's fine, and we'll discuss that, where you're at and everything. Because there's veggie and there's vegan, and they're different for a reason. You know what I mean? Gut pH of humans indicates propensity to take on meat. Nature gave you a very acidic stomach for a reason. For meat, gorillas have a gut pH of around 7, blah, blah, alkaline. Let's discuss, bro. I don't know why everybody is writing who have we got here? Well, my friends. Someone has finally joined the chat. All right, let me see if I can figure this out. Yo, hold up, bro. Hold up. I can, but I think no one else will be able to yet. I can, but hold up. Hold up. Do it. Okay, and let me try to remember what I'm supposed to do to get you over here. Oh, I know. Boom, this, and hang on. All right, where are you? Give it a few seconds. Yo, you there?
Yeah, I'm right here, man. What's up, bro?
Not too much, bro, but just give me 1 sec, because there's another person I feel now. Now everyone wants to join. That person's gonna have to wait. But hold up, bro, because I'm not seeing you on my screen over here for some reason. I don't know why. Let me try to figure this out real quick. Guess should be there, but you ain't showing up. Oh, you're not using your camera, is that it?
Oh yeah, I'm not using the camera.
Okay, no,
I'm
that's
ashamed of my animal abuse.
Good, you should be. That's a good start, bro. Hang on. So I just want to make sure everyone can hear. What's your name, brother?
Oh, it's Wise Lion from the chat.
Oh, it's Wise Lion. All right, sweet as. Yeah, can everyone hear Wise Lion? Yes, no. Hello. I can hear him. Yes. Oh, brilliant. All right, sweet as. Yo, Wise Lion, what's up, bro? Thanks for joining me. Appreciate it.
What's up, man? Yeah.
Where you at, dude?
I'm in California.
Cali, nice one. Yeah, bro. So, fill me in. What's your thoughts? Go on. You know what's going on with what I'm doing here and that. So, what are your thoughts?
I just kind of stumbled upon your page. I was like, what is this guy talking about? And I'm not really passionate about like, oh, you got to eat meat. But I mean, you're kind of making it like we can't eat meat where we shouldn't eat meat. So I'm just like, like, what's the deal with that? Like, I never know that it was wrong to eat meat.
Okay.
So.
All right. No, I get you, man. I get you. So I think I got a bit of an idea of where you're at. It's pretty simple, bro. You obviously know that to get flesh, what happens, right? What has to happen?
Yes,
Oh
you
shit!
got to.
Hold up.
Oh,
Hello. I can see you, but hang on. I'm talking to I'm talking to a wise line right now. All right. So just wait there and we talk soon, okay? Wait, what'd you say? Sorry, hold up, wise line. 1 sec. This is my first day doing all this shit. Nah, you are for this second, but I'm going to mute you and hang out for a bit, and we'll chat as soon as I'm done. All right? Sweet. All right. Sorry about that, wise line. I don't know if you've heard her or not. Let me know, because this is the kind of shit I need to know. All right. Yeah. So what has to happen for you to eat meat?
you gotta kill an animal.
All right. And would that be something you would like done to you?
Oh, of course not. I'm not an animal.
Well, you are an animal, actually. You're a human. Humans are mammals, right?
Animal. Well, we have I think there's a distinction between a gap between us and all the rest of the creatures that are on Earth, I would say.
Okay. So first of all, you do agree we're an animal, though? Humans are animals. We're mammals.
I guess I'll grant you that, because I don't want to sound dumb and you seem more. So I'll grant you that.
Hey,
but
if you're not sure,
I don't.
No, if you're not sure, just say so. It's fine.
Sure. Yeah, I'm not too sure.
No, okay.
It's because it's
Dude,
such a big
I
gap.
relate.
It's hard for me to accept that. You know what I mean?
I couldn't know what you mean more, bro, because I was exactly the same. So don't feel stupid. This is the conditioning of the death cult. And I had the exact same experience growing up. I've been vegan 12 years, but before that, I was exactly like you when it came to animals. I didn't think they were much more morally significant than plants, And then I thought humans were way up the top, totally different league. So this is actually one of the biggest realizations that you can have about this. Firstly, you realize we are mammals, right? We got a heart, a brain. We feel pain, we suffer, fear, eat, breathe, sleep, reproduce, everything. We get sick, we get happy, etc., etc. And the animals whose bodies you eat are just the same in all of those ways. Now, I want you to think about this part, though. What do you think is the meaningful difference, okay? Because think about how much you would not want to be killed just so someone can eat you when they could have eaten something else, right? Like vegans do. So out of 1,000, how much would you want this not to happen to you? Out of 1,000.
1,000.
Exactly, right? 1,000. Out of 1,000,000, it's 1,000,000. Fuck, worst thing someone could do to you, right? 1,000 out of 1,000. Okay, and then when it comes to animals, other species of animal, where like, fuck it, it goes from being 1,000 out of 1,000, worst thing ever. Please God, I hope this never happens to me or anybody I know or anybody I don't know. And then when it comes to looking at them as the victims, we're like, delicious bacon. Yeah, it's humane, all good. All right, so this is the double standard we have set for them. So then the question becomes why? So you think about this now. You may never have thought about this before. Okay, it seems like it's really obvious. Well, there's humans, and then there's animals. Okay, and I'll agree. There's differences. Don't get me wrong. I'm not an idiot. But what is the difference that makes murdering you 1,000 out of 1,000 bad, and murdering them 0 out of 1,000 bad? Pretty much, because you do it for 3 times a day for a flavor, right? So it's pretty much 0 out of 1,000 bad. So what is the difference? There must be some morally significant difference between us and them, right? So what do you think it is?
Yeah, I would say animals. I'm not sure. Maybe you can educate me on this. I'm not aware that animals have conscience in the same way we do,
A
and that they
conscience?
are, like they're not consciously aware of their
Oh, okay.
surroundings the way we are. I
Conscious.
think,
Okay.
I think it's
No,
a
I
different,
gotcha.
and because I'll say one more reason is because they don't have a human nature, right? They're not human,
They're not
I would say.
humans, yeah. And men aren't women, and white people aren't black people. All right, and humans aren't cows. Totally. All right, so let's start with the first thing you said, conscious. Okay, are they having a conscious experience, or are they like plants? Plants aren't sentient. They don't have a brain. They don't have a central nervous system. There's no one home. Do you have a dog?
I've had dogs in the past.
You've had dogs, okay. And would you say they were, were you close to them? Like me personally, growing up, I wasn't close to my dogs at all. Maybe you're the same, or maybe not.
Uh, I've always been an animal lover, right? So,
Yeah.
and I guess I am, now that I'm thinking about it, I would never eat a dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean,
I think
sorry, go ahead.
oh my bad. I think we do hold some animals with more dignity than others,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. Okay,
But go
so
ahead. Yeah.
so you have you have some respect for your dog. You've had good times with your dog. Have you seen your dog happy?
Oh yeah, you're right about that. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. And you've seen your dog
yeah,
sad?
definitely. Yeah,
Maybe you
similar
stood on your
like
dog's
that.
paw one time and you saw them in pain, for example.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So you do have the personal observation that animals are experiencing life in basically an identical way to us, right? Like, how does it look for them? Does your dog does it look different when they get hurt or when they're happy? Or is it pretty much the same as human animals?
I would say it's not the same exactly, but it's similar because we do see them react to pain in the same way a human would. Like
Yeah.
ouch, but
With
they
what?
yelp.
Yeah.
They more
Ouch.
yelp.
Uh huh.
We
Yeah. I
we would
mean, well,
say
if you get
ouch.
hurt
They would
enough, we
bark.
would too.
Yeah,
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 or they
exactly. Yeah,
cry, like they cry, they scream
they
in their own way.
whimper.
Their voice box is different. It sounds a little different, but the bottom line is they still scream.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. All right,
they can
go ahead.
inflict pain. Yeah, I agree. But so let me try to say, so that you are proven that they are in somewhat have a conscience, right? Well, they are
Con-
aware of things, right?
Sentience, it's
Consciousness.
called
They're sentient.
conscious
Yeah, sentient.
awareness. Yeah,
But
exactly.
would you
Okay.
would you think they are rational?
I want to talk about that in a second because that can be another thing you think is different between us and them. But let's just
Yeah,
stick with conscious first, okay? I
for
just want to
sure.
show you something real quick. Let me see here. Where is it? Where is it? Here we go. Oh, sorry, man. No, it ain't working no more. All right, yeah. All right, all right, so forget it. I was going to show you, animals going through what they go through. I really would love to, actually. I hope I can figure this out in just 1 second.
Sure, man, for sure.
Yeah, thanks, bro.
I
Hang on a
I
sec.
have seen some of the horrors of the
All right,
industry, so
maybe I'll
I
figure
have
that out
seen.
in a minute. So here's the thing, man. As you're saying very clearly, they cry, they're happy, they're sad, they feel pain, they suffer. Okay, so it really, your question was, are they sentient? Are they conscious? In what way are they not? Is a better question because it just observing them, they look identical to humans except they got 4 legs and they get a little more excited over a walk, and they're like different in certain behaviors and stuff, but at the core, they're a sentient being with a heart and a brain, and they have their own likes, dislikes, etc., etc. Right? You say walk, and they'll get excited. They understand your language, bro. Like it's that deep. They
Yeah,
know
you're right.
their name. They're
Mhm.
your family member, right? So they're pretty
Yeah,
fucking conscious. They're pretty intelligent. That this dog that
I'll
ain't a
grant you.
human, you're teaching them English. Like they're teaching them they got a name and all this kind of stuff. This is the basic, right? Like, so look, the reality is, yeah, just like you, when you get cut on the arm, that pain feels just like it does to them. Same thing. All right. So pain is pain, bro. And wanting to live is wanting to live. That's why they fight for their life when they need to, you know? I think the way I look at them now, like they are people of another species. They evolved in a slightly different body. They sound different and they got different senses. Like their hearing, for example, is way better than ours, but their eyesight is not as good. But they still can see and hear and smell and touch and taste. So they're as close to our brothers and sisters. They're our cousins, man, you know? Just here, I got this tattoo here. It says, because the covering, what is it? Because their heart is under a covering of feathers, scales, wings, or fur, is it for that reason to be of no account? And think about it like this, man. You know, so we already agree that maybe they're not the same, but there's enough there that we can empathize with their experience because it's just like our own experience, okay? So it doesn't really matter if they got 4 legs or 2. Some humans only got 1 leg, you know? It doesn't matter if they have wings and fly because that's just the outside. Just like it doesn't matter if you're a black person or a white person, right? Either way, you shouldn't be enslaved. It's a ridiculous reason to enslave somebody and think that slavery is okay. And when it comes to animals, them having a different consciousness, but a very clear and obvious consciousness still, just because it's different, don't mean that it ain't very, very significant morally. Like if yours is significant, then you can't make a reason why theirs isn't either. On just that point, consciousness, okay? So we can move on, but did you have any thoughts on that?
I think you made a good point. You made great points to point out all those things. And yeah, they do have pain receptors and all that type of stuff. And I can see.
Just remember, bro,
see
you're an animal too. Sorry, go ahead. I didn't realize you were going to
it's just the one thing I would say is okay. So disregarding like animals like that we have tamed, animals that we have as pets.
Yep.
When we see animals in the wild, right, and they have a nature, right, and their nature is to hunt another animal and eat them, right? So in the same way, the animals, and you said you grant that we are animals, the animals are actually doing the same thing we're doing. You know, they're finding their food sources from other animals, and they eat the other animal in a more barbaric way. You know, well. Not nowadays we're kind of being more barbaric than them. I have to admit, you know, the way we handle these things. You know, I think mass production has caused a lot of horrors. You know what I mean? You see it, and I think if we can do it in a humane way, to where we can limit pain for them. Would you be okay with that?
Would you be okay with being murdered in a pain-free way? What about humane rape? Would there be a humane way to rape?
No.
What if they were asleep and didn't feel it?
I would say that's inherently evil to do that. But I wouldn't say it's inherently evil for me to eat an animal that was hunted by a hunter gathering some food for us. Because even like if you want to like go back, you know what I mean, you believe in evolution and all that, right? And if you go to the earliest humans, they were like hunter gatherers, you know. They had hunter gatherers who would go out to feed the tribes and stuff like that. And you know, like what about the people who live in like deserts? You know, they don't have plants to eat. They need to
hold on. One thing at a time. All right. So what you're saying right now is something like, firstly, is there a humane way to do it? Okay. There's no humane slavery. There's no humane child abuse. There's no humane rape. why is there humane animal abuse? Why would that exist? You know, how can we do the wrong thing the right way? You're saying, but this is what our ancestors did. This is what other animals even do. Sometimes animals do fucked up shit. I mean, I don't think cows do anything like that, and you eat them. I don't think they in any way deserve it. You couldn't make any argument like that. But the reality is, we have evolved, bro. We're talking live right now on the internet. Why are we still getting food? Well, not me, but why are you guys still getting food like cavemen? Smashing an animal over the head, stabbing them in the throat, chopping their bodies up and eating their corpses. Now, if you had to survive, you know, I would probably just be out there surviving too. But the reality is, I've been vegan 12 years. You know, I have perfect blood tests. This shit is easy. Vegans have better health outcomes, live longer, less diseases, less nutrient deficiencies. So we clearly don't need to. There's no necessity here. So what are you doing it for then? What are you killing for? A lion is killing for survival, you know, and some animals might even kill for fun, but some animals might even rape for fun or whatever they're doing. They don't have the same concept of morality as we do. You know, where we can educate each other. We pass information on from generation to generation of how to be moral, how to be ethical. And rape doesn't become okay to do to somebody just because they might do that. You know, that person might do that. Like,
For sure.
you know what I mean?
Well, can I
you
ask
still
you
shouldn't
this
be that.
question?
You still shouldn't do that shit. Hang on, just let me finish one sec.
Go ahead.
So these animals out there doing what they got to do to survive is completely different from our situation. And yeah, maybe we evolve like that. Cool. You know, we evolved doing a lot of crazy shit that we realize now, whoops, we shouldn't have had legal slavery. We shouldn't have, you know, et cetera, a million different things, bro. And the thing we base these things on is respecting rights of other sentient beings and doing like a suffering calculation, you know? So both of these things play into the reason of why we should care about this stuff. So we can do these calculations. We know we can get nutrition elsewhere. We know that hurting animals is bad because we don't want to be hurt. And it's the 1,000 out of 1,000 bad for us. So then it's just a little bit of empathy to be like, well, 1,000 out of 1,000 wouldn't want this to happen to me. Maybe I shouldn't force this onto somebody else.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So
Tell me your thoughts. Tell me your thoughts if you disagree.
Yeah. One thing I want to touch on something you said, right, is you bring up morality, right? So where do we get morality from? You know what I mean? Well, how would you?
Yeah,
where would you say morality comes from?
I don't think it comes from a book written 2,000 years ago by a bunch of men that condoned slavery and that, you know, the God in the story punished David by having his wives raped and a whole bunch of other shit that makes absolutely no sense for any moral, you know, perfect moral being. So I don't think that. What I think morality is something that we create together by discussing, by using facts and logic and empathy. As I said, here are the facts. We don't need to kill to survive. We can thrive as vegans. We understand that slavery is wrong, you know, when it comes to humans. So just the logical extension of this, the logical extension of human rights is to give a similar approach to other beings who are so similar to us. You know, remember, the point of what we're talking about right now is how do we justify murdering them, but totally against murdering over here? You know? So it's like, is doing something so horrific okay for any of these reasons you mentioned? So what I think is you have to have conversations about it, and morality is something that we continue to evolve on. Like right now, man, I think it's fucking insane that 3 trillion sentient beings get tortured and murdered every year, when if everybody just did what vegans are already doing, 3 trillion earthlings wouldn't go through that. Okay, so clearly the conversation needs to keep happening. That's basically the answer, bro. It's about us using our knowledge and passing it on from person to person.
Yeah, but the thing about morality is you're kind of choosing your own
Subjective.
morality because not everybody holds
true.
that view.
No,
So
it's true, and that's the best. That's the best we've got, unfortunately.
Unless you have a God, I'm not saying I'm not invoking a God in myself, but unless you have some God that I have to look as an authority for the morality, I can just say, man, I don't really agree with you. You know what I mean? Because all of society, most of society says that it is moral to eat an animal.
You can do that, but I don't think.
That's
what I'm doing right now.
God out there.
No, forget God. What I'm doing right now, I'm using what you already believe, bro. You are being a hypocrite. That's what's happening here. And I'm showing you that.
I don't believe animals have the same dignity as me, though.
I know, you can believe that, but it doesn't mean that it makes it okay to murder them. Just because they might not have the same dignity.
I wouldn't call that murder.
Slashing their throats. Slashing their throats.
And a human.
Slashing their throats. Decapitating them.
Call
it what you want. Forget the definition. Call it what you want. Ending their lives against their will. Slashing their throats open.
I understand,
the throat
brother,
that feels just like you.
I understand, man, but if you look up what murder is, right?
There are definitions of murder.
Even right now, if I go hunt an animal right now, if I have a license, they won't put me in jail. But if I go hunt a person,
if you hunted a black person during slavery, you wouldn't have gone to jail either. Forget the law, bro. Legality don't equal morality. We have countless examples of that. Child brides are legal in many countries. Stoning gay people to death is legal in countries. You know what I mean? Forget the law. You're like, if you don't have some sort of book, like holy book or word from God, then you can't convince me. Dude, what I'm trying to do is show you that you're already vegan at heart and you have just been brainwashed to go against your natural empathy. Well, you already agree with me. Like, we're going to go through all your arguments and you're going to see you got nothing left. So right now you've already said...
I agree with you on dogs, right? Because I love dogs. And I would agree with you on cats.
Good for you.
But if I bought a pet fish, I would eat my pet fish like nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you don't understand who they are, because you're a hypocrite, because you think some animals matter and some don't. And you won't be able to make a good argument for that. That's the thing here. You can try and you'll just end up having no good argument, because I'll show you. Try. Why is it okay to kill a fish and not a dog?
Fishes don't... We don't see fish have any type of expression.
Yeah, they do. Forget their expression on their face. You don't know nothing about fish, bro.
You have to show me that. You're gonna have to show me
that.
They do. Man. I've never seen a
First
fish
of all, let's say
they
didn't. Let's say they didn't have an expression. Okay, does that make murdering someone okay if they don't have an expression on their face?
Well, that's a human being. That would be considered murder in any country. You know what I mean?
No, there are definitions of murder that are just ending someone's life against their will. And animals aren't things; they're someone's with their own heart and brain. It's a personality, individual, sentient being to the sum of someone. So I'm using the word murder. Just roll with me. Let's not argue about the definition of murder every time. You're slashing their throats open until they bleed out and their life is expired. Okay, just roll with my definition. Sure. It's murder. If it happened to you, it would be murder, right? So just for this conversation, if you do it to a different species, it's still murder. Okay, you don't have to agree, but you understand where I'm coming from. So
I'll grant you from where you're coming from. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah.
So why is murdering a dog wrong, but murdering a fish okay? You've said because they don't show an expression. Firstly, that's not even true. They show many signs of experiencing pain. They've done many tests on this. It's very clear. It's not at all disputed that fish 100% suffer just like we do. In many ways, in some ways more acutely. They got a lot more sensitivity around their mouth and things than we do as well. So let's just say there's a human that doesn't have an expression on their face, right? They're paralyzed. Does that mean it's okay to murder them?
Of course not.
Seems like a pretty shit reason to be okay with murdering someone to me.
Okay, so let me take I'm gonna try to take your reasoning to an absurd level, okay? So if I pick up an ant on the floor and I eat it, is that murdering an ant?
Yeah, it is.
Do ants have pain receptors?
Insects actually are
They don't.
It's kind of up in the air. It's kind of up in the air. Again, it's not just about if they have pain or not. You could kill a human in their sleep and they don't feel anything, and it's still murder, right? Yes, for the purpose of what we're talking about, I'm not saying don't walk. Like it's good that ants and other insects are a lower life form in many ways. They're less evolved. They have less sentience in certain ways. It's a little bit hard to explain, but yeah, basically
Could I
they
smash the cockroach on the wall and it's not evil,
you could, and look, if you're just doing it for fun, yeah, you're basically being an asshole, bro. You're murdering. Like if it was a little bird
in my house, right?
yeah, exactly, and that's fine. You are justified in self-defense. No, you're justified in defending yourself and your property and those around you. Self-defense is valid. I am a vegan, but if a fucking dog tried to kill me, I will do what I got to do to kill that, to pull that dog out of action, or even kill the dog if I have to. But I don't want to kill dogs.
What if I said,
it's self-defense.
It's not right for you to kill cockroaches like that. So you, as a human, have the ability to pick up that cockroach with your hand and place it outside of your house without killing it.
With cockroaches, I always put them outside without killing them. Yeah.
Exactly. So if you had an infestation of 1 million cockroaches in your house, I want you to sit in your house and pick 1 million cockroaches.
If it's 1 million,
out of your house.
Look, let's be realistic here. If it's 1 million, your problem can't be solved by you picking them up. You need to take the next step.
Okay, let's say 50 of them. Yeah. 50 of them. That'll probably take you a big day.
No, it's beyond. Listen, cockroaches. It's beyond that. They're laying eggs. This is a health risk for you and a hazard. You're justified in doing this. You're justified in self-defense. That's what I'm telling you, bro. So if you can not murder them, great. That's excellent. You shouldn't if you don't need to. But we're just talking about stick with fish for a second, because that's what we're talking about.
I'm just trying to be absurd real quick. I just wanted to test the limits.
No, it's okay. Well, the limit isn't there. Like, it's still you ending someone's life against their will. Now, I'd much rather you kill a cockroach than kill a fish or kill a dog. Yeah, like we're not all equal in every way for value. Some of us live longer and have more intelligence and are more aware and experience things in certain ways that it matters more, or have less value to bring the world. There's many things in the equation. But the bottom line is, if you don't need to use animals, abuse animals, kill animals, then you shouldn't. And that's the thing that I'm trying to say to you is that.
Can I ask you one thing though?
Go ahead.
So what if I'm like you? I think you kind of touched on it. So if I'm starving, right, and I have nothing around me except an animal.
Yeah.
You're saying it's okay for me to eat that animal in that situation? Because if I was starving and I was stuck with a human being, you would never say it's okay for me to eat that human being. You would say eat the animal over the human being. So why are you choosing a human over an animal?
Because I'm biased towards my own species, and also I think that it also depends, bro. Like if the human is a fucking child abuser,
would you say that's kind of
and the cat and the animal is a cat, I'm choosing my cat. Fuck the animal abuser. So it's not always.
I am too, bro.
Yeah, exactly. We have different values. And that's okay. If there's a burning building, you're not wrong to save the human child, or you're not wrong to let the child abuser die. Okay, that's an extreme situation. But in your day-to-day life, you're forcing animals to die when you don't need to be. That's what we're talking about. And what I want to get to the bottom of is, why do you think that's okay? Why, like, you're like, yeah, all right, I wouldn't kill a dog, but a fish I would fucking kill. So far the reason you've given is expressionless. Okay, so I'm sure if you have a good reason, you'll let us know. What's the expressionless ain't it, homie? All right, like we can agree. If a human, it's always good to bring it back to humans.
You did choose a human over an animal just now. Even if the human, let's say it was a perfect human being that didn't hurt nobody, and an animal who didn't hurt nobody, you're stuck, you have no food, and it's between the animal and the human. You said you'd pick the animal, so you do see.
Yeah, I probably would.
You are holding humans in higher dignity than animals.
No, I do. I mean, again, it depends on the human, but that's okay. Here, let me answer this.
Wait. I just want to finish it off.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
It's a specific story. So why is the animal how do you think the animal would feel? Like, put yourself in the
Fucking
animal's
terrible.
shoes, right?
My
That's messed
man.
up.
Yes. It
So
is
you're
fucked up.
choosing this
Yeah,
animal.
it's fucked.
This animal's
If you,
like, man, you're gonna kill. So is it better for me because I think my race is better than another person to eat a person of another race rather than my own race if I have to? Would that make it right because I want to protect my own race?
you might have those biases. That's just the reality. It doesn't mean that you're right or that just because you have biases, just because you would choose to kill the animal over the human animal, just because you make that choice in this extreme situation where you had to kill someone, it doesn't follow from that, oh, I'd choose the human. I guess killing animals is fine then. What follows from that is in an extreme situation, okay, you choose the animal. But does that make murdering animals okay? No, it's still bad in that situation. And it's fucking way worse when just every day for no necessity at all, no survival situation at all. You're just like, animals are here for us, and that is that. We will fucking rape them and torture them and murder them because they taste good in between bread.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get back to the fish because I know you wanted to get on that.
Yeah,
The
please.
expression. Fishes don't have expression. We don't. You said they do. I've yet to see a fish ever
Doesn't
react.
matter. It just doesn't matter. But yes, they react. Here's the thing, bro. Like, fish are sentient beings. I go snorkeling with my wife every couple of days. We hang out with fish. Let me tell you a story right now. One time when I was in Bali, I went snorkeling with fish, in our beach there. There's a fish about this big that spent about 45 minutes with me. Didn't leave my side. I'm like, Nick, you get over here. And for 45 minutes, I'm swimming with this fish. I'm playing with this fish. And me and this fish just hang out like it was a puppy dog I was playing with. There's lots of examples of this. The problem with fish for people and why there's this even bigger disconnect compared to other animals is they seem expressionless to you. You know, you're not used to seeing their faces, even though they have eyes, mouth, hair, like they got a head, they got a brain, they got a heart, they got everything that matters. They're just in a different body and they live underwater. It's different. You don't hear them scream, right? You see a pig, they fucking scream. A fish, you don't hear that, right? So it doesn't mean, though, just because you don't see a big expression change on them when you stab them, even though you do. If you start hurting a fish, you'll see them go fucking nuts. They'll be thrashing around doing everything to try to get out of that situation, just like you would if you were in that same body. If your consciousness was in their body, you would respond exactly the same way. So this is what I keep trying to say. Like, all these things you're going to use to justify it, you'll be like, yeah, but they are expressionless. Yeah, but they don't have the same dignity as me. Okay, they don't have the same expression. They're not as expressionless. Doesn't make murder okay. They might not be as dignified as you, although we could argue that, but let's not. Let's just let you have that one. Okay. There's a lot of humans I would say there's a lot of humans that I would say, let me finish my thought, then you go for it. That aren't as dignified as me, but I don't think just because of that, then murdering them is fine. That's not how I justify whether murdering someone's okay or not. So far, these have been your justifications, though. Expressionless, not the same amount of dignity. Cool. I don't care if someone's highly dignified or not. I still don't think that makes it okay for me to end their lives against their will because they want to live. And I want to live. And I know how much I don't want someone to do that to me. So basic empathy is I won't murder someone else. It's just logic.
For sure. I'm gonna grant you all this, man. I think
you're doing great.
You're making great points, and I don't want to take too much time because I gotta go right now. So I want to bring my last point. And honestly, this was the thing I was gonna bring up at first, and I can't confirm this. And maybe you're probably more educated, but I do have a friend that he mentioned, and I don't know if this is true because he's an internet friend. Okay, so I'm not sure if this has any credence. Okay, I haven't confirmed this with him. Like I haven't seen his doctors. I can't say, but he told me when he was younger he was a vegan, and something about his immune system that he had to stop being vegan because the doctor said he needed. There's something about his immune system. That's what he said. I can't confirm this. I'm not gonna say I know for sure this is a fact.
That's okay.
Maybe you could touch on that. Like,
I can touch on that definitely.
Have you ever heard on that?
Absolutely. Look, I'll first grant that there are a very, very small percentage of people who may not be able to. I'll grant it. Very fucking small, man. Smaller than you would think. There's a couple of things and I don't even remember what they are. Shit I never even fucking heard of, okay? But when it comes to more to someone like your friend, it's more of a common story because guess what? Your doctor, this guy's doctor, probably eats corpses as well. He doesn't know about a plant-based diet. He doesn't know about the health benefits of a plant-based diet. You know, he's not educated on this shit. Doctors are educated about 6 hours in their, is it 6 or it's very few hours on nutrition in their entire education for becoming a doctor. So just because one doctor said, you're not eating animals, obviously that's the problem. If he went to the right vegan or just a guy who's maybe not even vegan but understands the research and what's going on, I would highly doubt that person would have been one of those fucking 1 in billions who couldn't thrive on a plant-based diet. Now, here's the thing. Maybe they'd still be sick. You know, if they ate corpses, they'd be sick too. People getting sick all the time with immune diseases and all kinds of shit from eating animals, from eating dead animals. So I'm not saying veganism would have cured it, but also there's that potential. Vegans have a better rate of positive health outcomes by far. You know, the biggest killer is heart disease, and vegans reduce our chances of developing that by 25%, dude. Like, that alone is hectic. But yeah, the point is that guy probably got bad information. He probably almost definitely could have healed him, not necessarily healed, but continued on as a vegan. He likely would have had better outcomes overall from doing that if he had got good information from his doctor. And people just don't do the research, man. You know, they don't know where to go. Like, we're 1% of the population here. Everyone else like, eat meat. So it's hard to, in a situation like that. I feel sorry for somebody like that because they probably wanted to stay vegan, but some random corpse-eating doctor was like, it's vegan. Oh, no, you need to eat meat. And they're like, oh, okay, well, you're a doctor, so I don't know. And yeah, that's a fucking shame. But no, it's highly, highly, highly unlikely they couldn't have stayed vegan with the right advice.
Yeah. Okay, man. That's a lot. I'm gonna think about this. I love your heart towards animals, man. That's respectful. You know, your passion for this, and like I can respect it, man. And I'll definitely take it into account what you said. You know, I'm not just gonna throw it all away. And I'll try to when I do eat, I'll try to acknowledge what you. I don't know. Maybe I'll just try to. You know, I'll think about it, man. I'm sorry that I'm not.
Yeah, no. Look, I get it, bro. It's a big thing to think about.
Yeah.
Look,
so
let me say a couple of things.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Yeah, no, you're good. Yeah, I just want to say I appreciate, the respectful conversation. Maybe you are a wise lion after all. And it is a big topic, bro. You have been fucking brainwashed, dude. Like, that's the bottom line, as was I. You think animals, because they're different, that it's fine to murder them? You need to give more thought to that. Why actually am I so against murder in this case, but so fine with murder? It is murder in this case, like you need a fucking good reason to be okay with something like that. Such
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah, please.
And I know you're gonna hate me for this, but my reason is because God did say it was okay, and I didn't want to bring that up because I know that's
well. Now you have.
I don't want to turn you away from God like that because I know I'm like, man, I don't want this guy to hate God.
Dude, trust me. Let me say something. All right. My biggest passion next to veganism is religion deconstruction. Okay. I'll tell you why. Because people use religion all the time to justify violence. And you just did it. Okay. Religion, there are 10,000 religions. Everybody thinks they've got the right religion and everybody else is wrong. So 100%, 9,999 of the people who are as confident as you are already 100% wrong because only one of you can be right. All right? Now, no fucking way would an all-loving, all-powerful God create this hell on earth. No way. All-knowing God do this, then that guy's a fucking psychopath. It just makes no sense, brother. As I mentioned earlier, God, there's no way he would punish David by having his wives raped. That's medieval justice. That's not actual justice. You don't punish innocent people with rape for the crime of their fucking husband. That's old school thinking. There's countless contradictions and immoralities. The Bible says slavery is okay and you can beat your slave as long as they don't die within a couple of days. We can point to so many examples like this. We can point to so many contradictions where the Bible says one thing and something completely different over here. So, man, I'm just here to be honest with you that
and maybe
the talking snake should have given it away that it's a fairy tale. If you are using religion to justify violence, then you are just showing exactly how fucking toxic and poisonous to the mind religion is. Now, to play your religious game, though, the Garden of Eden was vegan, and God wants it to return to the Garden of Eden, right? So even if religion was true, the Prince of Peace would want you to be vegan. He wouldn't want you to go slashing throats, obviously. There's no right way to do it. It's totally unnecessary. And if Jesus was like, no, cutting lambs' throats is totally fine, what does the devil do then? What the fucking difference? Like, there's no way, man. There's just no way. It makes absolutely no sense. Yeah. So you can be religious if you want, but you're confining yourself into a box. You're an adult believing in fairy tales. I'm just here to be honest. I know this offends people, but I don't fucking care.
You're good, man. It don't offend me because I know people like you, and it's all good, man. This is your belief, so I can't change your mind, you know.
God doesn't ever say you can't change my mind because I'm sure, because I've done the fucking research over the last 10 years.
Yeah,
you can't say
I would say the same for me. Let me say it real quick, because I said a lot. Well, I'm not gonna get in a religious debate only because
let's do it next time.
When you put a prompt on your, I'm a subscribed, and when you put the prompt for religion, I'll come up, man. I'll come up. We'll have a talk.
I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow.
Put it up.
Religion poisons minds and justifies violence. Change my mind.
Yeah,
you already proved me right, bro. You just proved me right.
I'll hop on. Yeah, for sure. I'll hop on and I'll give a defense for my religion, because everything you said, I could defend it. You know, the David stuff. I could all that because I am an apologist.
Think about this. Just walk away with it. Walk away with a question. Walk away with one question. If you use your best evidence of what you've got that you think proves you have the word of God, how do you think that evidence would do in a court of law? Do you think it would convince them, or they'd laugh at you? This is what you'd have to say.
I
we got a book from 2,000 years ago.
I think it would be an overwhelming victory because 500 witnesses is a
500 witnesses. You don't have a single one of their names. You don't have a single one of their names. It's 500 people from 2,000 years ago. How can you prove anything of what they said?
I have the writings of St. Paul.
How can you prove? You have names. You don't even know who definitely wrote these things. You have names. It's just 500. Like that's your proof.
Well,
there's a book that says 500 people heard something. You will believe anything.
All the scholars,
bro.
Historical
I'm not saying Jesus didn't exist.
I'm
not saying Jesus didn't exist. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you can't prove miracles. I'm not saying he didn't exist. I'm saying existing is one thing. You need only a certain amount of evidence. You need only a certain amount of evidence to prove that. Because it's just everyday shit. It's like whatever.
And I had 500 witnesses, bro. I would win that case.
Have you spoke to them? Did you hear exactly what they said? Do you know how many impersonators lived back in the day? Oh, Jesus died. His mother didn't even recognize him when he came back. Impersonators were a thing, bro. There's so many reasons of why these people.
That was Mary Magdalene. That was Mary Magdalene.
Didn't recognize.
That wasn't the mother of God. But I'm gonna leave you with that, brother.
All right, I think you need to think more about, like, if you just believe that talking snakes and virgin birth and all this because a bunch of people from 2,000 years ago allegedly said it, then fuck, bro, you'll believe talking snakes. You'll believe anything.
500, and then let's not even talk about all the manuscripts we have. You know, the manuscript evidence.
Words on a page. Words on a page. You don't know who wrote that. You don't know the reasoning. You don't know anything about it. You don't know. You got no. Look around.
The same thing
if Jesus exists, except that they're not claiming miracles,
bro. Anything then?
They're not claiming. I don't believe a lot of things. They're not claiming miraculous things that go against the laws of nature. You are. So if you're going to claim something like that, you better have some fucking good evidence. And your evidence is, I heard that 500 people said they saw a thing. 2,000 years ago.
Okay, I got
I
you.
could not be less
I got
convinced.
something for you. I got something for you, bro. I got something. Because now you got me interested. I got something. So 1919, this happened in, I think it was 1919. This happened in 1900s. The miracle of the sun, Fatima, Portugal. Over, I forget, was it 3,000? It was probably more than that. 3,000 people saw the sun move. Right? This is documented. This is in newspapers. This is well done. You can look at it. The miracle of the sun, Fatima. You have Our Lady of Guadalupe in Mexico. When Saint Diego, he went and he saw the Virgin Mary. He saw it in Mexico. So there is overwhelming evidence of miracles in the Catholic Church, because I'm a Catholic. We have Eucharistic miracles. We have so many documented miracles that when the Catholic Church has miracles, we only approve them when they have been well documented. We're skeptical at first, and once we have well documentation that these miracles the church will put out say that this miracle holds credence. We can hold credence to these miracles, especially Fatima.
Of course, the church would say that. Of course, the church would say that.
Well, we're gonna talk about it next time, bro.
Trust me, bro. Trust me, bro.
I'm gonna have my stuff ready. No, I'm having ready.
All good. I don't want to talk about religion anyway. This is a whole nother debate. Wait, listen. I'll just say this last thing. I promise. And it's not I'm not trying to get the last word. I just want to say this. Your religion, even if you want to believe it, never says you need to be violent towards animals. You don't have to do it. It's still a choice. So why would you choose violence if you don't have to? Okay, that's it.
I'll think about that, man. Hey, man, it was a good talk with you, man.
The Prince of Peace wants peace, not violence. I appreciate you too, bro. It's been awesome. Thanks. You're my first chat with anybody in a live stream in 2 years, and you're awesome, dude. So let's chat again soon. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Hell yeah. All right, man. Think about what I said, dude. Start looking at the world through the eyes of your victims and imagine if it was you in their situation. Easy to change, bro. Be vegan.
Do a stream on religion one of these days, bro. I promise you I'll hop up, right?
I already got some in my... Yeah, we fucking email me, bro. Let's just set it up. Me and you will chat about it more.
All right, man. For sure.
Send me a DM or something on Instagram. Yeah, whatever. You'll find me, you know.
Same name right here?
Nice to meet you, homie.
Oh, I got you.
Yep. Wicked. All right, brother. Take it easy. Whoo-wee! My God. So, your comment got filtered out, not displayed by default. Just letting us know. All right. So anyway, what's up, everybody? Hope you enjoyed the chat with Wise Lion. That was a very open-minded guy, you know, asking a lot of good questions and saying a lot of dumb things, as we all did before we were vegan. I will just get straight into another one. I see, two people been waiting here. But I just want to say this, that anybody who's curious about the religious stuff, go to Deconstruction Zone on YouTube and spend some time, because it is a fucking eye-opener. This guy's the best Bible debater there is. You send anybody to this guy and they will get absolutely demolished. I've watched every fucking hour that guy has put out, and there's hundreds of them. So check. We good here? Yeah. I don't know what happened there. So yeah, so check that out. But anyway, moving on to the next chat. 2 people in the crowd. Yo, what's up? Oh wait, hang on a second. Wait. Guest. Boom. So this works.
Hello. Talk to me, because I'm going to go in a minute.
No, I got you. What's cracking? How you doing?
I waited so long because I'm like, wow.
Yeah, I
waited
appreciate it.
12 years to say hi to you.
No way. What's up? What's your name?
Steph.
Steph. Nice to meet you, Steph. Were you one of the people that commented?
Yeah, I commented that 12 years ago when I became a vegan. Well, I think it was 12 years ago. I was 19 and I'm 34 now. What's the maths on that? Something.
Yeah,
12 years.
1934. It's 12 years.
Something
19 to
like
34. That. Nah, that's like 15 years.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, I became a vegetarian back then. Almost became a vegan when I started following you and watching all of your stuff. I still haven't become a vegan, but still a vegetarian, and that's what I commented. But it is crazy how out of fucking nowhere I decided tonight to like look up your name and see what's going on. Actually, maybe something popped up. I'm not sure, but out of nowhere, tonight was the night where I was like, I'm going to have a look. And then here you are.
That is
That's pretty wild.
Maybe God does exist. Maybe he's pointing you in the right direction here.
I do believe in God, and listening to that whole conversation was just so interesting in so many ways. But that guy was really nice. I really loved the way that he was talking to you. He was really cool. And
yeah, me too.
But he was also a massive hypocrite. I was sitting there thinking, like, you're literally saying that that he was agreeing with you on everything. Agreeing with you on everything you basically said. I was just like biting my tongue, and I don't know how you do that all the time.
Steph, you're calling him a hypocrite, but you're a vegetarian.
I know.
Don't tell me after all these years you haven't gone a little deeper into animal products and the situation beyond meat. Am I right?
No, I know like being a vegetarian is still not good enough, but
Why? Tell me. Like, first of all, why'd you go vegetarian?
Oh, how many people are on this live, by the way? A few?
I don't know, actually. I can't see.
I can't actually get out to check. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I went vegetarian at a really like strange time of my life.
Mm-hmm.
I was just high all the time, and I got real hippie and started looking into lots of stuff, and I just loved children so much, and I loved animals so much, and I worked with kids at the time, and we had like the kindy farm come to the school, and I saw my two favorite things interacting together, and I realized like these little kids are so innocent. They have no idea they're going to go home and actually eat that for dinner.
True.
And that's what sort of clicked to me, because I was like, they're so innocent and they just don't know anything about the world, but I actually do know, and I don't want to eat animals. I also was high and just kind of made the decision spontaneously, and then like
Stuck with it.
Anyway, all these years later, like it's the one thing in my life, my entire life, that I've ever stuck to. Like it's a one thing that's just been
you stayed strong,
a part of me. It's just who I am. I actually don't know one other single vegan or vegetarian in my circle. Like I'm the only person.
I was going to say, you've already done the hardest part, which is you're not going to be any more ostracized or like, different than from being vegetarian to vegan. You know what I mean? Like you're already the weird one or whatever. You're already different from your homies. You're already, my
dad literally survives on like meat with salt every day of his life. And like, he's only just finally been like, he doesn't really give a fuck what I eat, but like, he only just kind of is like, just would never mention to me like, oh, you should eat meat. Like where it probably took about 10 years for him to like actually just stop bringing it up.
Yeah. Even my dad's been vegan that whole time, but he still makes jokes about it. Like he's been vegan almost as long as me, but he still just talks shit about eating meat. But listen, you've done the hard part, right? You cut meat out. You already know that what's going on to animals. You have a heart for animals. So what's the challenge here?
This is something so there was like one time of my life where I was really thinking, okay, I actually am going to go vegan now.
Yep.
And I didn't do it at that stage. And then to be honest, I kind of just pushed it all aside. Like I had kids. I'm just like, I'm a busy mom, whatever. I don't know. I did just kind of push that side of my life away. There was a time then where I was trying to think I might even start eating meat again. And then I couldn't do that either. Like I still just see it as roadkill. Like it's a dead animal. It's not food. But
a murdered animal. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's not food. It's actually not food.
Yeah, it ain't food. It's a rotting
animal.
Corpse. Like you don't go to the cemetery and dig up graves.
Yeah, that's just what I see it as. And I know like I would have loved to at that time of my life like actually become a vegan, and I know I could become one any time of my life. I know that. But I do wish that at that stage of my life I did like go vegan, but I didn't. And now I just really don't ever think about it again, to be honest. I just I don't know. I just eat dairy products. That's it. I don't eat.
Until this moment.
Possibly.
Until you looked me up tonight and got on my live and everything, all the stars aligned.
Yeah, look, maybe.
Here's the thing, mate. We need you. The animals need you right now. I'm just being honest with you. If these animals, not the meat animals, but all the others, leather, dairy, eggs, wool, whatever, to them, you're like Hitler. You know, you're paying people to treat them in the worst possible ways. You are using them as resources for yourself when you absolutely don't need to be, when you agree that we should respect animals. Right. So you just.
I know, I 100% agree. And like, I hate to feel like so conflicted in my head about things. Like, it does my head in all the time when I feel conflicted about something. But like, I don't know why. I just am not a vegan and I believe so strongly how wrong it is to eat animals. Like, I just can't just make that connection and like do it.
You can. First, let's just start with that. Yeah. I could easily go vegan if I want to. Just say that right now.
I could easily go vegan if I wanted to.
Yeah, like I did 12 years ago, like millions of people do, you know. It's especially these days, it's just all the challenge that used to be there of, you know, I don't know if I'll be able to get, I don't know, a thing on the menu or whatever, like whatever these little challenges we think, they're even less than ever before. The best time ever in history to make the practical application of the vegan ethic easy as. You could be vegan from this moment on, and, you know, maybe there'll be a couple of times where you're like, oops, I accidentally bought a toothpaste that was tested on animals. But
you know
in your day-to-day, there's no reason why you couldn't just do that and say yes.
My actual only reason is because I feel like it is just so much effort. That's the honest truth.
Yeah, that's what I want to talk to you about.
Effort. Like, it's already hard
talk to me
enough.
about it. You've
I'm
already
cooking
done
for a family of six different fucking meals because everyone's so fussy all the time. I'm already doing that. I'm already like having to think about what I'm even going to eat when I even have time to eat. Like, do you know, it's just like, that's just an extra level of it, which is just effort. And that's really not good enough when you like are that as passionate as I really am about it. It's not a good like justification, but it's also just like, fuck, like that's another thing to think about.
No. What you need to realize is that it's very easy. You already did the hardest part. Getting rid of meat is way harder than getting rid of the other animal products. Instead of having eggs, have tofu scramble. You just scramble a block of tofu. It's cheaper. It's healthier. Put on a bit of salt and herbs and spices. Boom. There's your replacement for eggs.
I think it's just about getting in the habit instead of like buying eggs, buying tofu. Like, it is just habit, but that's literally it.
It's a short list of things. Like, you could have been vegan this whole time with no extra effort, just going to a different section of the same supermarket. It doesn't take any more time. It doesn't take any more challenge. You're already doing the same, like you're already doing the hard thing of being different. That's the hard bit. You know, that's knowing this shit about animals is the hard bit.
Getting soy milk is fucking,
but it's not. All right, so you got to try it. You just got to do it. You go like, I'm going to try this for a month and be serious about it and just prove to yourself, actually, whoa, this is a lot easier than I thought. You know, it is. You're only going to cycle through a few recipes. You could just veganize what you've already got.
The food side of it might be a little bit simpler, but what about I think, back then when I was going to try be vegan, it was when I started realizing like, fuck, I actually can't even use like so many house products. Or so I'm going to have to start reading like
here's
once
the thing.
you know
here's
what
the thing.
to use,
you live in Australia? It's easy. You live in Australia. They've got everything you need in the supermarket. You already shop in Coles and Woolies. You need vegan washing stuff, detergent, toothpaste. It's literally all there. So you got to look it up once. You got to look once and be like, is this vegan?
Once you know, you know.
And then you got that's my toothpaste now. It's done. How often do you buy toothpaste? Once every month or two. So you don't even think about it most of the time. And when you do, you just buy that one.
True.
You don't buy it's food. Like that's what you do 3 times a day. So just to do the food is easy. And then the other stuff, you learn kind of as you go. Oh, I need a new jacket. Oh, yeah, I'm vegan. I can't wear leather. Okay, what can I wear? You buy a jacket. Then you don't think about clothing again until forever, you know? So it's really so much easier than you probably think. I'm really telling you, you've already done the hard part. And it's hard to live with this conflict, like this contradiction, you know, of like, I'm an animal lover, but I pay to have cows fucking raped, mate. They're fucking raped for dairy. Like, it's fucking horrific. Their babies are stolen from them. You're a mother, you know, you pay for this shit. You pay for those babies to get stabbed in the throat. It's fucked up. Like, you're too
Yeah, it's
nice
so
a person
fucked.
to do that shit. No, it's so fucked. Like, that's for the worst people ever to support that shit. Not for you. If you won't even just change that little bit extra that you're already done, if you want to just get that
I
toothpaste
should
next
just
time or
try
just
and
get
do it,
swindled,
hey?
yeah, you just got to try and do it. And you'll realize, oh, fuck, I should have been doing this all along. And here's the thing. You already regret, oh, I should have done it maybe when back then. Don't wait till the next time I do a live in 2 years and you're like, damn, I didn't go vegan. Just give it a crack, right? Just do it knowing that you really want to, because it's fucking important. Because if even you won't do it, the animals are so fucked.
All
Like,
right, I've
if
got a
you
whole
won't even
other thing
change,
that I want to discuss like as
yeah,
well.
tell me.
All right, the other thing as well is, now this is just like switching it up completely, but
Well, before you
other
switch up
whole thing-
completely, I want to know, before you switch up completely, tell me something that is going to change from this conversation. Let's make a moment here.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'll commit to trying to go vegan.
Okay. So
I'll give that
let
a
me
go.
just explain a couple of things. Let me explain something, right? So you already have a vegan
Wait, when we say
mindset.
switch it up, it's still
Yeah.
about this topic though. But yeah, go.
Oh, okay, sweet. So now go ahead. You're good. Go on. I'll get to
No,
that
I
in a
was
bit
just-
then.
Because yeah, you'll probably want to circle back to what you're about to say. But like the other
Exactly,
whole
yeah.
big conflicting thing in my head as well is, I also, like, when I mention now, I just picture animals as like roadkill because that's just what I think of when whatever. Like, I actually feel so disappointed in myself as well because I also feel like I do actually want to start eating meat again too, which is fucked.
Okay, why is that?
But I haven't.
No,
and I
I'm glad you're
never do.
honest. Tell me why.
Because I'm like, I want to stay a vegetarian.
Yeah.
But I also want to start eating meat again. But after all these years, I still can't bring myself to do it because I really
Yeah.
like my
But for the
values or what I
flavour,
believe in.
What is it for? I mean, what are you missing? You feel
It's
like?
for like, I've gone like all these years not eating it. And like, maybe it will, cause you know, when you hear people go on about like, oh, you know, and I started eating, my friend actually just started eating it again too. Well, yeah, there was one
Yep.
girl that I knew that was vegetarian, but yeah, like, I don't know. She's like, you don't understand. I just feel so much better all these years that I never ate it and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you just hear so
Look.
many people go on about how they ended up eating meat again and then everything changed in their life. They felt so much better, like mentally, physically, like just everything changed for them. And I'm like, I wonder if like that would improve so many other aspects of my life too.
Okay,
But
let's
I'm
say.
I'm just all conflicted. I'm like, I
hang
either
on.
want to like stay vegetarian or should I try being vegan or like I'm never going to eat meat again. But then
All right.
that's on my mind.
Let me say this.
Thoughts?
I really appreciate your honesty. I really do.
Like,
Thank
do you
very
ever
much.
go
Give me-
through that?
No, never fucking ever. Never. Nah. I would never want animals to go through all that shit because of me. Nah. I'd rather
Yeah, I
die.
get that. But if you just put that aside for a second, have you
How?
not ever thought like, I wonder if it would make me feel better? Knowing you're never going to do
Listen,
it.
let me tell you something. I've fucking suffered so much the last 20 years before I was vegan even, but the last years I've gone through absolute hell of severe chronic pain, endless, just never getting a break. It's horrible, horrible, torturous pain. And
Pain in where? What
No-
pain? Mentally?
throughout my body, no physical, severe physical pain. Yeah. Anyway, but I'm a lot better right now. But listen, never through that time I thought, you know what would make me feel better? Corpses, because it just won't. These people are guilty conscience. Oh yeah, I was vegan. They wanted to eat meat. They never made the full connection of what they're actually doing or who animals
See,
are.
I'm the same as you, where like you just said I've never wanted to eat a corpse. Well, that's what I think. I'm like, no, it doesn't matter how much I want to. I'm never going to eat an animal because it's not food. It's an animal. It's a dead animal.
Well,
It's not food.
beyond that, like they don't deserve it. They don't deserve to be enslaved and tortured and have their fucking heads cut off for us. Like these are people, right, of a different species. You know,
Yeah.
imagine you would never ever do that to a human. But with animals, we're like, I think I might feel a bit better. You won't. Like you'll probably feel worse. Firstly, just statistically, you'll feel worse. Vegans have better health outcomes. We live longer. We have less nutrient deficiencies. We have less disease. But again, like we're thinking about the wrong thing here. It's about the victims. You know, if I could live an extra 5 years if I ate Australians, I'm not going to fucking eat Australians just because of that. I'd rather just be a good person, you know, for the
Yeah.
life I have, rather than just be a fucking animal abuser and then maybe not even, but even if you could get a couple of extra lives. It's not about just eating corpses. It's about you aren't an animal abuser. You aren't a violent person. You imagine you trying to do the shit required to get the products that you still consume or to get meat. You would never do it. And even if you could do it, you still shouldn't, because it's wrong. It's not nice to treat other beings that way. It's the worst thing you could do. The worst thing you could do. What happens to them?
I agree 100%, which is why I'm like, well, why the fuck aren't I vegan then? But then I'm not. And now I'm just like, I'm just not. I don't know.
You already are at heart. That's the hardest part. And now it's just like, so what do I have to do with my day to day? Oh, okay. And I'll explain a couple of things for you to make this a little bit more easy. But the point is, like, you gotta realize it's not about you. It's about justice for animals. I could have a slave, right? And I'd get more shit done, but I'm against slavery. You know what I mean? I could have a very delicious flavor, but I'm against torturing animals. I'm against murder. I'm against animal abuse, right? So it's just not going to happen for me. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I could get money from stealing someone's money, but I'm against stealing, so I'm just not going to do it. Even though everybody else is doing it.
If you could do it and not get caught. No.
Wow, not for the victim. Not for the victim.
No, not for the victim.
But listen,
that's right.
No, exactly. No, we've got to really just consider it from their perspective, you know, like it is honestly true hell what they go through. And like, we need the people like you who do have a heart for animals to align your values with your actions. It's very simple. Yeah. And then you're vegan and they're like, oh, I'm vegan now. This is fucking great. It's as weird as being vegetarian to everyone else in the world, but you know that you aren't a hypocrite, that you're on the right side of peace and compassion and justice for those who need it most. And they need it, mate, badly. So it's just about doing the right thing, honestly. That's really all it comes down to. You might enjoy eating meat. Like, you might enjoy eating meat, but there's vegan meats. Just eat vegan meat. You're not going to get any better.
I don't eat any of that meat. I don't eat anything like that.
Why? It's delicious. Eat it.
No,
you want meat. You're craving meat.
It's good.
Plants. It does. It's plants. Corpses.
I don't know. I get really turned off by the thought of like eating a fake type of meat. I just don't eat it. I just eat other alternatives, which is fine.
You're considering no. You're missing out. Why? For no reason. It's just a bit gross. It's just plants that have a chewy.
I'm just a really fussy eater. And also,
give
I am a personal
chance.
trainer, so I know how to get like other nutrients from other foods because I've done a lot of research and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I feel like I eat enough protein and all of that other stuff. But I don't know. I would never go to the supermarket and choose a vegan sausage.
You should. They're delicious and they're enjoyable and they make life a bit more interesting and your meals a bit more exciting, and there's no reason not to. There's a lot of, for example, TVP, textured vegetable protein. Like, I don't eat a lot of the vegan meats because I care about my health as well. And I just don't need to because I stick to seitan, which is just wheat gluten. That is the ingredient. And
seitan,
textured vegetable. Yeah, I'll explain to you in a sec. And textured vegetable protein, soy meat. Cheaper, healthier, no fat, high in protein. You store it dry, and then whenever you want it, you just soak it, strain it, add some spices, and you've got meat with your spaghetti, meat with your stir fry, whatever. Why wouldn't we use this?
I have not had any type of like meat spaghetti in like 15 years, as we established. I thought it was 11. I'm such an idiot. Yeah. But like for 15 years, I've literally I feel like I've missed out on so many types of foods. Like,
there's no need to miss out.
That's when those little thoughts creep in where I think, I just want to start eating meat again. I wish I could see it not as an animal anymore, but I can't because I know better. But that's where I get.
I just want to shatter this for you. I just would love to shatter this for you. Like, you just needlessly restricting yourself. There's no need to. It's healthy. It's great to have as part of your diet. It makes getting your nutrients and getting your calories easier. It's the chewy, delicious, salty texture and everything of meat that goes great with spaghetti. But no one died for it.
You need to put out like a little, like a ebook type of food diary thing.
Yeah. I'm working on it.
I know. Done anything like that?
I'm fucking busy, mate. It's
You're
on my
such
list.
a trusted source. Like, I don't want to just find recipes anywhere. Like, you should definitely look at that for
Look,
like a little extra side hustle.
Yeah, we're working on it. I'm focused mostly on the why, but yeah, I also want to focus more on the how. But look, I just want to tell you, there's no need for you to restrict yourself from some of the vegan meats, and even considering your health. Like, just stick to soy meat, textured vegetable protein, and seitan. Both you can make at home as easy as making cereal. It's so easy. And then every meal, and you can give it to your family. They'll love it.
Yeah.
What? For no reason, though. It's another healthy meal. I don't know why you're missing out on the good stuff. Maybe you're starting to restrict yourself a little too much. And now you're like, I think I need something. Like, I'm craving this, I'm craving that. I would be too if I wasn't eating pasta, I wasn't eating any vegan meats. This just makes life so much easier. Of course, I don't ever wonder, oh, should I eat corpses? No, because I already eat meat. It's just vegan
what
meat.
are those two things you said? I just want to quickly write them down so I can look them up. I literally have never even heard of it. This is where a lot of people are so uneducated, and I am one of them. After 15 years of being a vegetarian, I'm still uneducated, and that's what it is. Like,
it is. Vegans too, though. So many vegans don't have TVP and seitan as part of their daily, and they should. And this is something I'm trying to make famous here. But yeah, TVP and seitan, they sell it at Coles and Woolies. You need, my earphones are dying. And hey, let me put one in. No, you're good. I'll choose one. Yeah, so
if
this
you
just
want
makes
to
it
get
so
to the
easy.
next person, you can. I'm glad I got to speak to you, but yeah.
Me too. I'm glad we talked. I'm going to be doing more live, so maybe join me some other time. But just realize, like, you are already vegan. You just need to put a couple of different things in your day-to-day, like when you have milk, have soy or oat milk. When you, instead of having eggs,
I
just
don't
have
drink
tofu
milk.
scramble.
I don't even drink milk. I only drink soy or oat
Your diet
milk.
is, listen, maybe you want to do a coaching call with me, because I should get onto just debating about you should change my mind, be vegan kind of thing. Some people are like, in a different space from you that are probably better for this particular live. But you can go to jimcashpey.com and you can sign up for a coaching call 1-on-1 if you want. And I can tell you exactly, you're not having milk, you're not having pasta, you're not having any vegan meats. You've got a very restrictive diet and you're missing out.
I do eat pasta, just not like a meaty. I just make my mince in like with vegetable, like other stuff.
Yeah,
anyway,
I think it can make your life a lot easier and more enjoyable.
So oblivious to like the facts.
But listen, you're still important to talk to because you're still an animal abuser. I hate to say it. I wish I didn't say it, but it's fucking true. And I don't want you to be, and you don't even want to be. So just be like, all right, I'm going to just try to be vegan. I'm going to just see what this looks like in my day-to-day. And you will convince yourself this is totally easy. And it's the least we should do. There's no like, it's pretty extreme or this and that.
How do I miss out on eating like a mad like cake or something? Like,
make vegan cake. We make vegan cakes all the time. It's easy. You just put soy milk instead, and instead of eggs, you put a bit of flaxseed.
I miss out on everything everywhere I go. That's what it is.
You are going to miss out on funding torture.
I know. I do get that.
No, I don't know if you get it. I think what you need to do, and it's going to be hard because you're an animal lover on
selfish. Like, I am selfish, like most of the people that you'll get on a debate with. Like, it's a selfish thing that I'm doing. It is, because I'm only like halfway there, but not all.
You're right. Look, it's selfish, but it's also because you think it's so much harder than it is. And also, and here's the thing I'll just probably end on, you need to see what animals go through. I bet you've never spent an hour actually watching the torture.
Oh, yeah, of course I have. No, for sure.
You've seen it?
Yeah, it's fucked.
You know that's real, right? You know that's really what happens to all those animals.
Real. Yeah.
Okay, please stop paying people to do that. Please give this some serious thought. We need you on the right side. The less...
I'll give it some more thought, for sure.
Just do it, mate. Just stop. Your life's passing you by, and animals are being abused because of you. Stop that. You can. I know you can. It's easy. I know so many people that have done it that you would thought it was hard too, and then they're like, "Oh my god, this is the best thing I ever did." Like, you talk about those people. It's not. You talk about those people that say, "I feel so much better. I ate meat." What about all the people who went vegan and are like, "This is the best fucking thing I ever did in my life. I feel so good knowing that I don't cause that hell for them." and that I can look myself in the eyes and know that I am doing my best and I am not paying for that shit to happen. I'm not responsible for those animals going through hell, those slaves. I'm not paying for slavery. I'm not a supporter of slavery and torture. It's that real.
I know.
You're better than that, mate.
Well, thank you.
You're already there. You just need to do a couple of easy things.
I'm going to really consider it and try and give it a go.
Give it a go. And
I'm so happy I got to speak to you.
I'm happy too.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, Steph, nice to meet you, mate. Keep me updated.
You too.
And, maybe just spend 5 minutes. Just do me a favor and spend 5 minutes watching Dominion at watchdominion.com. 5 minutes. Just remind yourself what this shit really is about. Why I'm here talking about this. Do it, please.
Well, what I did was I looked at one of your old videos where you were debating someone, and I'm like, fuck, I remember why I love that guy so much. And then I randomly clicked on your YouTube account, and then it said you were on live. That's how that led me to. But I just think it's crazy that out of nowhere tonight that video came up that I watched, one of your really old videos.
Yeah.
And you were so nice and patient and listening, being respectful. He was respectful. It was the best little debate that was going on. But I'm like, fuck, I remember him. And then I clicked on your thing. Anyway, I'll let you go, but thank you. And yeah, I'll give it a go.
I'm gonna say one thing, okay? And sorry, I know I keep doing this, but
no, I'm happy to stick around. But I mean, I don't know if that
I'm just gonna say one more thing, all right? We can talk another time though, but I used to be like that, and I still am with the right people. You can see me and you having a respectful conversation, okay? But what I learned from that approach is that people feel too comfortable doing that. They feel too comfortable when I'm just like, oh, you can do it, encourage, It's not enough, unfortunately. And these days I have a lot less patience for it. Just like if people were supporting child abuse, you wouldn't stand for that shit, Now,
I know that you think that because I'm not a vegan, I'm just a vegetarian, that I'm not fully understanding because I'm still paying people and all of that. And I do agree with that. But when I watch the guy that was just on before, I'm sitting there just going, oh my God, how are you saying that? I don't know how you have patience, or maybe you don't that much anymore. And I fucking don't. It's so hard to listen to people who just don't fucking get it. Even with my partner, I'll go back and forth and I'm like, dude, I can't have this conversation with you.
Yeah.
And yes, I'm not a vegan.
It's tough.
I understand I am not a vegan. I still have that same passion and love for animals. I am not a vegan, and I should be. But it's just so fucking hard to sit there and listen to people talk about and there's one thing you said that I'll never forget. You can't kill someone, you can't, when they say, just remind me of this one quote, you always said it in everything, every time you spoke, it was, you can't, when they're saying it's compassionate, there's no compassionate way to kill someone that doesn't want to die.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, exactly.
I've never forgot, you cannot kill, it doesn't want to die. There's no, what do they say? They fucking say some dumb shit
humane slaughter. Humane slaughter kind of thing. Yeah.
There's no humane way to kill someone that doesn't want to die. You cannot argue with that. Don't sit there and argue about that.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah, it's true. And you got to realize, I've heard you a couple of times, so I'm just going to mention it now. I've heard you refer to animals as kill it a couple of times. And this is sort of part of the thing that changes when you become vegan. You realize that these animals that we once saw as it are actually people of another species with their own heart and brain, just like us.
Oh my God, I believe that. But then am I not saying I'm saying?
No, that's okay. It's just it's just a sign of where people are at sometimes. I'm not saying it necessarily is with you, but partly I think it partly is still something missing from you fully grasping what I'm saying here about these slaves are being murdered. They are people too.
That's really interesting that how I feel isn't coming out.
Well, it's definitely not coming out. It is in ways, I get it, but also, you're paying for cows to be raped and have their children stolen from them and shit, it's not showing animal lover vibes very much.
It's wild. I've never spoken to a vegan to point out that how bad like how on the other side I really actually am. Whereas I think I'm actually doing the right thing, but I'm
You're
still
like a
not.
meat eater. You're like a meat eater who doesn't eat eggs.
No.
Yeah, you are.
I'm like a meat eater that doesn't eat eggs. Oh, right. I see what you're saying.
You stop doing one form of
that makes me
exploitation
really
of animals.
sad. Don't say that. I really pride myself on being a vegetarian.
Yeah, don't. It's commendable that you made a step in the right direction, but where the respect stops is that you stopped right there, and that's the harm. Like, you're doing better than a lot of people, it seems, but you're the same as a meat eater who doesn't eat eggs. And what you need to do is be against all animal exploitation, use, abuse, cruelty. Now, it might seem like, but there's so many things. No, there's not. Toothpaste, don't wear leather, don't go to fucking SeaWorld, and don't eat animal products, like, which you already half do. Like, it's in your day-to-day, nothing is going to change. Shit ain't changing for you. It's not like you go to SeaWorld every day and, how am I going to replace it with a different activity? But the point is that there's very few things that are actually going to change in your life that are going to be more complex or take more time or anything. It's really not. And in fact, overall, you're probably going to make life a lot easier, not getting heart disease and cancer and shit, right? And like, you got children, you want to show them, you want to raise them right. You ain't raising them right to say that some animal abuse is bad and some animal abuse is good.
One of them I raised as a vegetarian, and then the other one I didn't.
Uh-huh.
And it's really interesting to see how they eat now that they're a little bit bigger. And
well, let me just say this. You gave them a bit of a hypocritical message. You raised them and being like, eating meat is wrong because animal abuse, but eating eggs is fine even though animal abuse. It's not consistent. There's no moral consistency. It's just confusing. It's like loving dogs and killing cows. Doesn't make sense.
That's how my brain feels all the time.
Yeah. And this shit, and this cognitive dissonance, and this fucking, like, this conflict you have going on inside, and that shit.
Just go vegan.
Totally, right now. Yeah.
Well, good message. I got to think about all these because, fuck, I just lost track of it for so many years. I just pushed it aside. I'm a vegetarian. That's who I am. But, it's just you're right. It's all a bit confusing.
You're a vegan at heart, and now we just need to see it manifest in your actions, which is going to look almost identical to what you do now, but just a slight change at the supermarket is pretty much all that's going to change in your life occasionally. Like, not much is changing for you. You're already doing the hard bit. I'm going to let you go, mate, because I know we could keep going back and forth forever. I really appreciate your time. You've got a lot to think about, I think.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, such a pleasure. I really value your honesty that you shared in front of everybody here, like saying as a vegetarian you want to eat meat maybe and all this kind of stuff. It takes a lot to be that honest.
I feel like a lot of people could either relate to that, or they're meat eaters and they don't want to be, or are really confused as well. So
indeed, the world is very confused about how to be an animal lover. Yeah. But you don't have to be. Anyway,
right,
I hope I see you on my next live.
Have a good night.
Thanks, Steph. You too. See ya. Respect to Steph. She gonna be vegan soon, I think. But man, how frustrating is it to that's one thing that really brings me down. Speaking to people who really do have something that most people don't have, which is some care for animals at least. A lot of people don't give a fuck at all. And so you can understand. Yeah, I talk to people every day that just mock the suffering of animals, mock it all. It's a big joke to them. So, okay, you can understand why they're so lost. But then when it comes to someone like Steph, who's, wanting to be kind to animals and all this kind of thing, and just has this conflict going on all the time inside of her, like, man, if all those people would just do that little thing required to make their life vegan, fuck, so many people would change and it would be so good. And it kills me that they don't. It's like, if you guys won't even do it, what hope do we have here? Man. But anyway, I think Steph was awesome. And you know, as far as conversations go, I think that was actually really, really good. So I hope that we get to hear an update from her tomorrow saying she decided to go vegan today. Maybe we talk to her another time. Anyway, I haven't been reading any of the chat. Looks like there's some shit going down, huh? Good. Some debates in the chat. So there's nobody else in the queue. If anyone wants to, debate, then please feel free. Join in the where's the link? You got it there? Yeah, jimmycashpey.com/live. And maybe we can fix your thinking as well. Now give me 1 second for this chronic break. Oh yeah. All right, so anyway, guys, let me have a look here. How do you give us some feedback, guys? What do you think about Steph? What do you think about the discussion? I'll try have a little read through here and see. Anything you would have added or did differently to what I said? I'd love to hear any feedback if you got some. See, people are arguing about the Bible here. Oh shit. How we doing with this? Yeah. Cool. Yeah. All right. So let me see. What's going on in the chat. Great last convo, mate. Love seeing you do these streams. Much love. Thank you so much. Christines. Oh, Chris Hines. Oh, Chris, what's up, Christines? What's up, bro? Hey, thanks heaps, man. If this is the Chris Hines I'm thinking of, you're OG. Yeah, I can see I think that's you in that tiny little picture there. What's up, man? Vegan from way back in the day, right? UK vegan, right? Good stuff, bro. What we got here? No injustice lasts forever. Oh, long time no chat, mate. Hope you're being well. Do you know Joey Bilotic, I think his name, a awesome young and jacked 22-year-old vegan and fruitarian? Yeah, I know Joey. I've gone back and forth with Joey a bunch of times. I just noticed this stuff about 2 or 3 months ago. And I was like, dude, you're so good, man. You're passionate. I love it. Keep going, bro. We had some good chats. And yeah, I think it's a great inspiration. Great inspiration for a lot of people. Great energy. So yeah, I was really happy to learn of Joey actually, because I just think he's an excellent advocate and doing a really excellent job. He also, didn't he win like a bodybuilding show, natural vegan bodybuilding show or something like that? What happened to my beats? I was listening to some boom bap earlier. Here we go. Oh, maybe my earphones are, oh no, I'm good. What else? Sorry, one sec. Can't be doing streams without beats. Boom, that's it. Yeah, all right. So I'll read a few more comments. Oh, but he's fruitarian. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that's where I disagree. I don't think people should be fruitarian. I just think I tried it for probably 6 weeks or something. No, I think you need to make life easier than that. And it's just unnecessarily restrictive. I don't think you get more added benefit by only eating fruit. In fact, probably more complications, less ease of getting nutrients and calories. That don't seem like the way for me. I don't think it's a problem for like short term or for specific things, but yeah, when I saw him promoting that, like I think people think, oh, the natural fruit, you know, it's almost a religious kind of thing, you know. Like not religious, it's kind of a bad example. It feels right in a way. Fruitarian, look, it's a raw, natural food that's delicious to us. You can't say that about other foods really. So you think, well, this must be for that reason the best thing for us, but actually, I don't think it works that way. So yeah, oh, I see we're having some pretty deep convos here, guys. Yeah, Stacey, at least she was honest. I think she's still viewing what comes out of animals as food and separating what happens to them in her mind. Yeah, I felt like there was urgency clearly missing there. And that's why I suggested just watch 5 minutes of Dominion or something. You know, maybe it's been like 3 years, 5 years since she watched some footage. You know, she was like, yeah, I saw footage. Yeah, but when? You know, years and years ago, you need to rewatch and feel and think about it and see this shit that you're paying for. But I think she was great, to be so honest. Why should I stop eating steaks? That is Tanella Afrenia. I would love to tell you, Tan. Why don't you join the live and we'll discuss it? You can click the pinned comment there and you can come on video or just voice. I'll add you right there into the screen and I'll tell you all about why I think you should why I strongly think you should go vegan ASAP, fucking sap. So join me, my friend. I feel like wherever I go, I'm the only vegan. So frustrating. Yeah, really frustrating. Like, it's just crazy, isn't it? It's just absolutely nuts. I mean, fair enough if the tables were turned, right? And 99% of people were vegan and we were fighting for this 1% to stop abusing animals. But the fact that it's flipped is unbelievable. Honestly, it's just, I'm in a state of shock and I have been for 12 years on this shit. Anyways, I got to go enjoy the sickness that will come from being vegan. Dude, exactly. Veganism is the sickest, bro. It is sick. Nothing is as sick as being vegan. So FX telepath. For sure, brother. For sure. Eat your grains and beans. Yeah, that's what's up. I agree. We got a Leslie Cross fan in the house. Good. I think it's great to remind people of the definition of veganism. Leslie's shining. Paul Watson. Paul Watson? Am I saying the wrong name here? Donald Watson. You know, took the limelight all these years, and you guys are bringing it to Leslie. That's great. Bring out an ebook with a few easy ways to switch up a grocery shop. Yeah, Steph, we are on it right now. And you're right. Like, I've focused a lot on the how over the years, and I want people to realize, not as obvious as it is that you should be vegan, is as easy as it is in terms of just the day-to-day stuff. Shit ain't hard. So yeah, how long have I been at this for right now? Say somewhere? Oh, I don't know. Anyway, whatever. Anyway, somebody debate me. Someone come and debate me. If you think I'm wrong, that vegans are wrong, anything I've said is wrong, let me know and prove me wrong. Yo, Axel, what's up, dude? Good to see you, man. Yeah, back to business, bro. So anyway, someone debating me. I see people here being like, you got no points. Come and prove me wrong then. That's what the debate's about. jimmycashpey.com/live. What's going on with my beads? Asking the right questions here. What's the relevant difference between animals and humans that justify oppression for a trivial benefit on one but not the other? Exactly. That's the answer they can never give. Can you tell me why I should do anything? I don't like that word in this context. Yes, you should join my live and I'll tell you all about it. You should do that so that you can start being a peaceful human being instead of a violent, abusive human being. And that would be good for animals because you should respect them, and currently you're not. Yeah, it's the sickest. See? Telepath, you're right, bro. It's the sickest. And if you think I'm wrong about anything I said, Show us how confident you are. Oh, man. Animal abusers and their pathetic excuses. You guys are fucking ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. The only reason that you guys get away with this shit is because there's so many of you. That's it. I hope you know that. That is it. You got a big death cult. Lucky. Real masculinity, my brother Jimmy, showing compassion. Exactly. Yeah, that's what intelligent people do. Men defend, not bully. Real men defend, protect, not abuse innocent, defenseless, vulnerable beings that are like children. That's psychopath shit. That's fucking loser behavior. Fucking loser behavior. Pathetic loser behavior. And then defending it is crazy work, but being too scared to get into my debate is hilarious. Hilarious. That FX guy should go debate James. He should, eh? Yeah. All the bravery in the comment section behind his fake profile pic. Yeah, that's animal abusers for you. Cowards. My preference is so have a selfish ego. To have a selfish ego. Perfect. You can be vegan and be superior to every single animal abuser on earth. You can't do that right now. You're just another loser animal abuser. So if you want to have the preference of being selfish and what is it? To have a selfish ego? Well, here you go. For your superiority, join. I don't think I'd ever go vegan. I think it's completely fine to eat animals. Plus, it's tasty and good for me. I'm too antisocial to join, lol, and I got to go anyway. See ya. Okay. Well, yeah, every vegan thought they wouldn't go vegan once. You think it's completely fine to eat animals, and that's exactly what I want to explain you're wrong about. So next time, come to the live saying how you had to go. Yeah, it's tasty, cool. So is a million foods, and taste doesn't justify torture, and it's good for you. Wrong again. The more corpses you eat, the faster you'll become one. So wrong on every single point, bro. But yeah, hey, I used to think the exact same shit. Am I way behind in the chat here? Not too bad. The vegan anthem, just endlessly writing the vegan definition is too fucking funny. Oh my God. You're being too much of a stereotype, the vegan anthem. You need to cut it back a little bit. Do you think it's wrong to hunt as well or just factory farming? YKXZ69. Join me, bro. You don't have to try to change my mind. If you just want to ask a few questions, come along. I'll tell you all about it. And let's have a discussion about it all, you know? Because it's fascinating, bro. And if you're asking a question like that, we can have a very good conversation that may just change your life and the lives of many animals. Very important shit. They can't handle the heat. Nah, they really, really cannot. They cannot. It's funny, eh? So tough in the comments, but when it comes to actually backing it up on a call, nowhere to be seen. Very typical coward behavior of animal abusers. What else to expect? You're asking the host what? FX Telepath, join me. If you want to ask me something, you know where the pinned comment is. Oh, now you got to go. Okay, bye-bye, animal abuser. Run away. Run, run, run. Have a good run. Well, look, if no one else has the courage to debate me, I guess I'll bounce. Oh, it's been a couple of hours. You know, I'll stay a little bit longer, actually. I was planning to stay a little bit longer than a couple of hours. Um, actually, can someone tell me how many people are in the chat right now? It might give me an idea of if I can convince someone in the chat to come and join. Yeah. Or we can hear. Yeah. If hey Chris, you want to join me? Want to come say what's up? I don't think we've ever. I think we did meet once, didn't we? In the UK, somewhere, something. Maybe we met a couple of times actually. Anyway, if someone wants to come have a chat, come do it. So I'm not just talking to myself, but especially animal abusers, come and join me. And if you think you're so right, then come and tell me why I'm so wrong. I have had to ban TVA. They harass other vegans. Nice. Fuck it. But what were they? Yeah, I didn't even read it. I just saw them repeating the dictionary definition over and over again. It's pretty annoying. And it would not surprise me if they were harassing other vegans because that's what they're known for. I've been on the receiving end of that shit many times and have blocked many of them. So, yeah, all good, Chris. Another time, bro. Getting about an ALC, right on, yeah. Protein in meat is not good for you because of the amino acid makeup. Okay, I don't know if that's the reason why. There won't be a debate. They're all too afraid. It's crazy, eh? It's crazy. They're always talking shit about vegans until it's time. They got their opportunity to shine. Time to shine, animal abusers. Nothing. So fucking sad. How are the new beats coming along? I have found some very good beats for my next songs. So really good, actually, man. I'm stoked. Some beats that I rapped on a couple of years ago now. Actually, the ones that are still available. When I just had a look the other day, can I still get these beats even? And they're still there. So I'm gonna get them pretty soon and record the album, Brainwash Zombies, and then I'll start doing the videos after that. So I just want to drop a whole album next because it just takes too long doing one song and then spending a bunch of time in a music video. We spent ages on that shit. Yeah, but it's going good, man. And the music I'm stoked with. I think it's going to be very powerful. And it's just fun, bro. You know, like debating is, it's important, but it's not that fun, really. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't know. I think I've also done it so fucking much. Like I'm never not doing it really. But with raps, bro, you put a beat on, you get creative with it, you can express it in all these ways that it's never been done before, rhyme all these words and language that has never been rhymed before, put these concepts out there in different ways. I love it. And I can't stop. I wrote so many rhymes, thousands and thousands of rhymes. So it's going really good. And yeah, hopefully the album won't take too long to record. I don't think it will. I'd show you my setup here if I could, but I just sort of finished putting the studio together. And yeah, and it's all happening. Thank you for being a voice for the animals. Yeah, no worries. It's the least we can do. It's the least I would want others to do. If it was me in their situation, I think every vegan just wishes they could do more and speed this process up. But it's just yeah, fucking oath. Hey, I thought you blocked TVA. Brain was on me sick, looking forward to it. Yeah, it's honest, is what it is. It's honest and it's gangster shit. Gangster shit. I really just wanted to say all the things that I think, that probably a lot of vegans think that we don't say because we don't want to push people away from veganism, which might sound counterproductive, but I think because of the package, rap, which is expected to be controversial, I think it works really well. And I saw the results of that with psychopathic tendencies. We had I got a bunch of reactors, YouTube reactors, music reactors, who watched it and responded to it. And after calling them psychopaths for 4.5 minutes, they had a lot of good things to say about the song and the message. Some of them weren't offended at all. They just laughed that I called them a psychopath because, yeah, they expect controversy. So I think it's just such a great move, such a great avenue for it. And yeah, and then when you add a music video to it, then you tell them the story in this whole other way as well. Oh shit, somebody joined this spot. Hang on, let me get a beat going. All right, 1 second. 1 second, person. Hang on a second. Let me just add you in here. Guest. Boom. Beats playing. Chickity check it, please. All right. So, are you in here? Whoever you are.
Hey, can you hear me,
Hello?
brother?
Yo, what's up? Yeah, I can hear you. How's
Hey.
it going?
Not too bad. How are you?
Good. What's your name?
I just
Hello?
want to know why you think so why is killing? Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Yeah, go ahead.
Cool. I just had a question. Why is killing animals wrong in your opinion?
In my opinion, it's wrong because I have preferences of being a good person, and I don't think you can go around ending other beings' lives and consider yourself a good person. Lives against their will, that is.
Fair enough. I understand that. So what if my preferences say the opposite? How do we determine whose preference is correct?
Yeah, I think that, we all have preferences, and the good thing about veganism is aligned with most people's core values, except most people are either under the impression that maybe they think it can't be done, it's not healthy, or some other reason why they can't do it, or they just believe that
Okay,
the
like
way animals. Yeah, go ahead.
No, sorry to cut you off, but I get
No,
what
it's
you're
okay. Go
saying,
ahead.
but
Yep,
it's
sweet.
still all boils down to preferences.
It does.
That's
Yeah,
that's my main point. Yeah. So then, how do
life,
we determine
all of life
whose
does.
preference is correct?
Yeah, we have to discuss and
Not
see
really.
who comes more logical.
Maybe for. Sorry to cut you off, but maybe for people like you who have no stance, independent reason
What's your stance, independent
why
reason?
killing is wrong or something like that.
What's your
Well,
stance,
again,
independent reason?
my stance, independent reason. I follow God and the Bible, and I will grant that it's all fake, just for the sake of the argument. But at
Okay.
least that doesn't boil down to my preference.
Yeah, well, it
Or
boils
maybe it
down to
does,
someone
but
else's
then
preference.
it all boils down to preferences. That's
Yeah,
my
like
point. So how do we determine whose preference is correct?
Yeah, we need to discuss it and see what's more logical and what leads to better outcomes, and see what our
So
shared
it's outcome
important.
based. So it's all.
It's both.
Sorry.
It's both. That's part of it. Yeah, outcomes are definitely important when we're discussing this. Absolutely, the outcomes for the victims, for the sentient beings.
Right, but don't you think
what?
that some
Go ahead.
people don't some people enjoy? Sorry, don't some people enjoy pain though? Right, like you would admit that like people go work out, they enjoy pain. Like,
I think not really. No, like they might enjoy feeling a light pain because it makes them remember that they did something good. And there's maybe very few people out there who generally enjoy actual suffering. But even if they are, I mean, that doesn't mean that you can abuse children. Like just because some people like pain, right? So why animals?
well, again, my my reason is that animals and humans are not the same thing, and
Yeah.
you would probably agree with that. I'm guessing. Like, if
Well,
you ran
hang on.
into a house that was burning down, and let me just finish, and then I'll let you
Sorry,
go.
man. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go
promise.
ahead. Yeah,
So,
my
like, if
bad.
you ran into no, you're good, brother. You're good, brother. So yeah, I'm sure, I would hope that if you ran into a house that was burning down and you could only save a human or a dog or whatever animal you want to choose. You probably save the human. Am I correct? Am I correct in that assumption?
It depends who the
Right. So they're not
human
the
is.
same thing. And I
Hello?
don't agree
Hello,
with
I
killing.
didn't
Go
answer
ahead,
the
sorry.
question the way you were expecting. So did you hear what I said?
Yeah.
What did I say?
No, go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's okay. I said it depends who the human is.
I didn't catch it. Sorry.
I know. That's what I'm saying it again. It
It
depends who the
depends
human
on
is.
who the human is, really?
Yeah, of
So
course.
what are you gonna? So what are you gonna do?
I'll
Go in the
explain.
burning fire? Like, do you eat animals or not?
Well, if the human
go ahead.
is a serial child torturer, I'll prefer to save my cats.
I mean, honestly, I would probably agree with that.
Yeah, of course.
Because, but again, you have to. Like, the reason I would agree with that is because I personally think that that's wrong.
Yeah.
Based off of my moral framework, but you would have to give me a reason on why that is even wrong, with like a stance.
What is wrong? Child abuse?
Why what they did is wrong.
Well, it's against my
But again,
preferences.
I would also save the. Yeah, right. That's my point.
Yeah, but the thing is, dude, like your whole argument is built on sand. Like you think you've got the word of God, but you can't prove it. And even when you agree that
No, but I've already.
I know
I've
I'm
already
getting to
granted
that.
God.
Dude,
I've
I'm
already
getting to
granted.
that. I'm getting to that. Just wait.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Okay,
Okay, go ahead, sir.
No, it's all good.
Go ahead.
Even though it's all good. Even though you could grant that it's not the word of God, then we're in the exact same position. Except you're an animal abuser and I'm not.
That's exactly my point.
Yes,
I know, and I'm not trying to get frustrated with you. I think you're a cool guy.
And so
But that's exactly my point. It's all
so now let's
preferences.
point out why
So
that's
who's right?
illogical. Let's point out why you are a hypocrite and I'm living consistently. Okay. So you said, so the point you were trying to make
That
when
it's
you
the same thing.
I'm going to explain. Give me a
hypocrite.
moment. Yeah, it's preferences, bro. Like we all have preferences. Exactly.
Go ahead.
We're in the same starting point. I have
Then
preferences.
how am I a hypocrite? If it's my
I'm
preference and
about
your
to
preference,
tell
how am I a
you.
hypocrite?
I'm about to tell you how you're a hypocrite. Okay. So what are the reasons why it's wrong to abuse
Okay, get
children?
on with it. Go.
I'm trying. You keep interrupting me. What are the reasons why it's wrong to abuse children?
Okay, but you just said that you were going to explain it, and then you asked me a question.
I asked you a question. I'm waiting.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
You just said you were going to explain it, and then you asked me a question. How does that make sense?
Yes. This is my way of explaining it. You're going to understand after my line of questions. Is there a problem with the question?
Explaining it is asking a question.
Dude, don't get all meta on me. Just answer the question and you'll understand this is my method of explaining it. Yeah, you're getting meta. This is my
explaining
method.
Something does not.
I don't care about the definition of explaining. I will help you understand my reasoning. Here, answer this question.
Okay, here. Watch this. I'll answer your question. Ready? The same way you did.
Okay.
Why is killing animals wrong?
No,
See how that works?
No, it didn't, because I'm leading you to a specific understanding of something that answers your question, and through a question, big deal. I could show you something, or this, or that. I've chosen to ask you a question. So instead of crying about me just asking you a question, how about you just answer it? I don't give a fuck. Whatever. Okay, I'm not going to explain it to you, but I'll help you.
Okay, go ahead. What's your?
You know what I mean? Like, who cares about this, dude? Don't waste time on shit like this, man. I will help you come to an understanding based on a strategy. Ready? Question 1. Answer this.
Okay, go ahead.
Why is it wrong to abuse children, in your opinion?
Okay.
Thanks.
Why?
Yeah. Why?
Yeah. So why is it wrong to abuse children?
Yeah. What's bad about it? Why are you against it?
Why?
Beyond just it's my preference.
Okay, I'll answer your question the same way you answered mine with another question. Why is a human the same as an animal?
Because humans are animals.
Yeah, where's your evidence for that?
We're mammals. You didn't know that?
We're mammals? Okay, so who says that exactly?
Do you not think that we're mammals? It's just a scientific fact.
That's not answering my question. You just asked me another question. Why? Who says that? Where are you getting that from?
Who says that? Basically everyone.
Yeah, who's basically everyone? So just
I say it. Like, I have a heart and a brain. There's certain characteristics.
So if everybody said
there's a category, mammal, and we share certain
Mhm.
characteristics with other mammals,
Yeah.
which makes us mammals based on the definition
So
of
because
mammal.
we share similar
Yeah.
characteristics, we're mammals.
Yes. Well,
That's your argument?
exactly. Yeah, we have the characteristics of mammals, so we're mammals. Yeah.
Okay, got
Exactly.
it. So then why?
We fit the
Okay, so just tell
definition.
me why killing.
We're not plants.
So you think killing animals is wrong because basically it all boils down to your preferences.
Oh my God,
And it all
dude!
boils
Look,
down to
I
my
just want to point out. I don't know why. I don't know why you're so afraid of just answering my question instead of going to all these detours. Like, we're trying to make a point here, you know. So if you're actually curious, let's just discuss what I was trying to talk about. We're getting pretty off track from that. So what did I say? What was my question? Just answer it, bro.
Ask
like
it
instead of trying to be smart.
Just ask it again.
I've asked multiple times. Do you remember what it was?
No, I don't. Go ahead.
Okay, no worries. I asked, why is it wrong to abuse children? What's wrong with it? Why is it bad? Why is it a bad thing?
Because my preferences say that.
I said without the preference, like that's just not really an answer, isn't it?
Why is that? Okay. I have to
why is it your preferences?
Reason, but you don't. Got it.
No, this is my way of explaining it to you, bro. Like I don't know why you making the conversation a very serious conversation. A very serious conversation that you're actually
go ahead.
That you're actually curious about. Okay, I got my ways of explaining it. So if you're actually curious, just roll with it. Like, stop this shit. I hate this shit. Just let's roll. Let's chat. Let's actually figure out what we think about life. You know what I mean? Fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
So okay, I asked the original question because you're the one hosting the debate.
So what is it?
Right?
What's the question?
So then I asked you the original question, and your answer was with another question.
Well, actually, because what I started doing, which I said I was going to do, you said, yeah, but I have a different preference, and I said, yeah, but I am consistent, and you are a hypocrite. And you said, well, how am I a hypocrite? And I said, well, I'll show you. And this was my method. And then you just like derailing.
Yeah, you didn't asking a question is not an explanation. Though.
Yeah, but after my questions, you'll understand. I'll be like, and so therefore, this is my explanation. Does it matter? Like, we're still talking about this.
That if I answered
I realize I did the wrong thing in the conversation. But anyway, can we move on? Like, who cares?
Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean? It's not a formal debate. Like, we're just fucking having a chat, bro. Who gives a shit about all that? We're talking about torture and shit.
Is a debate. It's not just a conversation.
Yeah, I said a formal debate. I said a formal debate. You know, time limits, this, that, rules. We're just having a chat.
I never said there should be time limits. What are you talking about?
I know. I said again. You okay? Is there maybe you just really don't want to answer this question? I feel like you're talking about everything but the conversation.
Okay, but here let's just.
Do you want to talk about this or not?
You're on here.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I do.
Go ahead.
So let's go back to the start.
You can ask me a question or whatever you want.
You're hosting a debate. You say we ought to be vegan. What do you base that off of? What is your stance independent reason why we ought to be vegan?
I've already answered that. Okay, now
let's move
say it again
without asking me another question. Answer my question without asking me
I have the preferences of not being a violent person.
I know.
Yes.
So how do we determine whose preferences are correct?
Why are we going through this again? I already told you, you have preferences, but you're being a hypocrite, and I'd like to prove that to you through a series of questions, but you're not letting me ask them.
No, just answer my question. How do we determine whose preferences are correct?
Yeah.
How?
But what I'm trying to tell you is this, right? Well, first of all, it depends. It depends on what the goal is. They're correct based on what's the outcome we're trying to achieve in society and what way makes more sense to get there. And one of us is clearly in the one direction and you're in the opposite direction.
Okay,
I have preferences of creating a society.
Are relative.
To what?
Outcomes are all relative. What you want is going to be different than what other people want. So how?
But what I'm telling you again for like the fifth time is I think, prove me wrong, but I think we want the same thing. And if I can ask you a few questions, I'll think you'll realize
what do you think
that you're being a hypocrite.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm trying to get there. Did you get what I'm doing?
Okay, tell me what I want. Just
cool.
Yeah, tell me what I want.
No, I'll tell you what I want. I want you to answer my questions, and then you'll understand why I asked them at the end. Okay, so ready? Why is it wrong beyond you just have a preference? What is wrong with abusing children? Just answer it, bro. Fuck, it's an easy question.
You literally,
Just answer the question.
And you said it's my preference, but I'm not allowed to say it's my preference.
Answer the
It's 'cause it's my preference.
question. Just
'Cause it's my
answer
preference.
it. Yeah, I know.
How can I answer
why?
your question
Because why?
when
Because
you're
why?
framing
What's your
it in a way
preference?
where I can't tell you my preference?
Tell me why it's your
Okay,
preference.
so literally, man, I asked you a question. And you said it's because of my preferences. But when you asked me a question,
Because
I
my
can't say it's
preferences
my preference.
are because my
How does that make? How is that
if you
consistent?
said to me why
That
are they
makes
your
you a hypocrite.
preferences, if you said to me why are they your preferences, like I just asked you, I would have answered you, and I answered
why are
you
they your
without you
preferences?
even
Let's start there.
asking.
Why is it your preference? Okay.
Yeah, my preference. I have a preference of.
Okay. Why is it?
Of
your
not
preference?
supporting slavery, because I don't think that it's a good thing that we live in a society that views others as being able to be property of more superior beings. I don't like that. I think it's wrong. We can go deeper into it. Why?
Are you
we can
referring to others as like human slavery or
all sentient beings?
I'm just confused at what you mean by others.
Well, other sentient beings.
How do you know that animals are sentient? Where do you get that from?
Because they respond to stimuli the same way that we do. So if we're sentient, they're sentient. It's just obvious.
Okay, but don't like. I mean, I'm not too educated on this, to be quite fair. But don't like some plants have feelings and nerve endings and stuff like that?
No, they don't.
Isn't that true?
No, it's not.
It's a genuine question.
Yeah, and it's a genuine answer.
They don't?
No, I'm taking you seriously, and no, they don't. No. There's a Venus flytrap that responds to stimuli the same way a doorbell responds to electricity. They move when their things hit on them. They're not actually sentient. That's not how it works. They don't have a brain. They don't have a central nervous system. They don't have thoughts. There's no individual someone. It's not a other. It's not a other someone. It's a something.
Okay, well, just to maybe summarize it quickly, my view. So again, I will grant that it's all made up. It's all fake. That's fine.
I know your view.
My
and now I'm trying to
moral
explore
grounding is in God.
Know. Yes.
And that means it's so again, it's all preferences.
So let's discuss it a little more. I got some questions to you. Maybe you'll change your preferences by the end. Or maybe not. You want to find out?
Sure.
Nah. Are you sure? Because you seem like you're pretty worried about it.
Do I?
Yeah. You seem like you're trying to do anything but answer this question I've asked like 10 times.
Brother, I asked you a question and you answered with another question.
Okay, so you do want to answer it so we can discuss it?
Do you understand that?
Can we discuss it?
Do you understand that? Okay, I'll answer your questions the same way that you answered mine. Go ahead.
I've answered all your questions directly except for one time when I said my preferences.
No, you didn't. You answered with another question. So go ahead. I'll answer your question the same way you answered mine. No, I did that once and then go ahead. Ask your question.
You already did that. You already played that game, bro.
Okay, go ahead. Ask me the question again. Go ahead.
And then you did that game already. You said why, and I said I already answered this way. So how about you just answer the question?
Okay, go ahead.
So you're going to answer the question now of why?
Yeah,
why do you have the
same
preference?
Way you answered mine.
Why do you have the preference? Oh, I answered you specifically. I'm against slavery. I'm against murder. These are things that I'm strongly opposed to.
Just ask the question.
Yeah, are you sure? So the question is what? You should know by now. I don't even need to respond. Ask it again. You know the question, so what's the answer?
Well, there's a lot of filibustering going on, so just answer the question. Why you? Just ask the question again. Go ahead.
Yeah, the question again for like the 10th time is why do you have the preference to not abuse children? What's wrong with it? What's bad about it? Let's just talk about human beings. What's wrong with child abuse? Yeah, what's wrong with abusing children? Why is it bad? Why is this a bad thing in society? Why?
Because my moral framework isn't God, and that would be wrong based off my moral framework. So why is it wrong?
So if the book said,
why is it wrong in your view to abuse children?
If the book said it was okay to abuse children, then you'd be like, so it's fine, and there's nothing beyond that for you.
Yeah, I'll just bite the bullet on that. Yeah, sure.
Okay, well, fuck, man.
So why is it wrong in your view? Why is it wrong in your view?
Because I know suffering. I know what it's like to suffer, and it's fucking horrible.
Why is suffering wrong?
And it's fucking horrible. It's a horrible experience. When you're suffering, you want nothing else.
But
when you are suffering, you want nothing. When you are suffering, when you are suffering, you want nothing else but the suffering to end. Desperate. It's horrific. You'd rather be dead. It's fucked. I know that. I know that experience. I've been through quite a few things in my life.
So then why do people go to the gym and suffer then? But so suffering.
So
Can you just answer my question?
There can
Like,
there
I'm
can
tr-
be
we're trying
there
to
can be
like you said,
there
trying
can
to have
be
a conversation
benefits.
here.
I've got tattoos. They cause suffering. You know,
Oh, okay. So suffering isn't wrong objectively then.
I didn't say it was wrong
Sometimes there's
objectively.
benefit.
I didn't say it was wrong objectively. When I say that,
You
know, I
just
don't have
said it was
objective
wrong.
morals.
Your whole reason
I'm telling
was
you.
that
I'm
because
telling you my
suffering. So
reasoning why
suffering?
suffering's bad. Yeah, I'm telling you why it's bad. Yeah, it's pretty simple stuff. Like again, you seem just afraid to just have a conversation. You're just trying to pick on any little thing to just keep
No.
stopping
I
the
asked you why
conversation.
suffering is wrong.
Yeah,
why
and I'm telling
suffering
you,
wrong?
it's
Why
very
is suffering
uncomfortable
wrong?
experience, and being uncomfortable is
Okay.
displeasing.
Okay.
It's
Why is being
against.
uncomfortable wrong?
It's not wrong. It's just unpreferable, highly unpreferable by pretty much consensus of basically
Okay,
everybody.
so it's not wrong and it's unpreferable.
Wrong. When I say it was wrong, I'm just saying
Oh,
it's a
so
bad.
it's all
It's a bad thing to
consensus then.
experience.
So that's my whole point. Is that
You don't have any points. All you have is shit little games. All you have is games to try to not have a real conversation. All you have are
No,
games,
it's not
bro.
games. It's philosophy
Yeah, it's
101.
games. It's
I'm
pathetic.
critiquing you and you don't
It's
understand
pathetic.
that.
Do you know what's funny? No, I understand what you're doing. No, I understand what you're doing. And I tell you what's pathetic about it, that we're talking about real victims, your real victims, but instead of actually just having a conversation, seeing where it leads, seeing what the vegan thinks, you're just doing all this kind of derail, fuck around, waste time, and it's boring. You know,
basic philosophy, basic philosophy and asking questions,
Listen, dude. Listen,
Sorry,
dude.
my
It's
bad.
not just been asking questions and shit.
You literally,
just,
hey, can I just go ahead?
Go. What?
Go
what?
ahead.
What do you want to say so
Can I
badly?
just get one point out here?
Sure.
Okay. What I want to say was my entire point, and you just admitted that it's all preferences, and then you switch to consensus. So
that's just part of it.
Okay, so
I'm not saying the reason is consensus. I'm just saying we can all agree. We can all agree.
Consensus right now is that eating animals is okay, is it not? So why is that wrong?
It is.
Is consensus
I'm
not that eating
explaining.
animals
I would
is okay?
really love
Okay,
to.
so then you
I
have
would really
to admit
love to explain.
So that's a contradiction.
I would really no. It's not a contradiction.
That's a contradiction.
It's not all, I'm not saying it's always
yourself.
that particular way.
It is. You just said that consensus.
Did I say that the reason why? No, I was just
consensus.
I was just sharing interesting parts about it. I'm not saying my only reason is because consensus. I'm just saying, this is something we all agree, etc., etc. I'm sharing my thoughts on the topic like a normal human being. Fucking simple shit. Again, we're not talking about the conversation. Like, come on, man.
We are, my friend.
You know what you're doing, bro. It's boring.
We've determined that. Well, it seems like you're having fun.
I'm not. I want you to go. I want you to discuss what I want to talk about, and all we're doing is anything but that. We're doing all the meta shit.
Well, I'm sorry that I'm asking you philosophical questions, and then
you're trying really hard
to
ask me shit. No, you're not. You're not like just working with a flow of a conversation. I'm saying, yeah, man. Like, what's wrong with suffering? Well, etc., etc. We can all pretty much agree on this. You're like, oh, so you're saying that consensus?
So again, consensus. No. Consensus. So if consensus said that suffering was good, you'd have to admit that it would be good.
Did I say that it's bad because
that argument is.
I'm just adding to my conversation about it. I'm talking like a normal human being. I'm not saying it's bad cause consensus only. Okay.
Okay, then why is it bad?
Yeah, I was.
Okay, then why is it bad without consensus?
Like a tenth of the way through it when you kept interrupting me. It's hard to have a conversation with you, bro. Well, you're like just desperate to do this.
Okay, but do you understand that there's reasonable interruptions and a conversation there's going to be
it's not reasonable to be this pedantic about it. Just chill, bro. Chill.
I'm pretty chill, man.
You're not chill.
We're both getting riled up because we are both passionate about.
It's not a passionate thing. It's just like let's just chat and just hear me out. Like you know
okay,
that if you
chat. Let's just chat. Sounds good.
Yeah, you know that if you just let me talk a bit, we'll get somewhere, right? And we would have got a lot further than playing all this shit. Like, I don't care about all that shit. I'm just trying to get a point across in whatever way. Like, let me have a crack at it. It's pretty important, and I'm doing my best. And like, you know what I mean? Just go with the flow, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, sweet. Like, work with me here. I'm working with you. I'm not trying to like be rude to your shit. I care about people. I care about the animals. I'm just trying to reduce suffering and violence. I think
do you care about them equally, or is that your view?
No,
do you care about them equally?
So let's go back to where we can go back there for a second.
So you don't view animals and humans as equal. Got it.
No, I don't. Just like I don't view all humans as equal. No, like no.
Okay, so then why is killing animals wrong?
Killing animals is wrong. Who's that? Yeah, go ahead. Oh shit, dude! Wait. I don't know if they can hear you, bro. I don't know if they can hear you, my man.
I can
And
hear.
I don't think I can add 2 people at once either. It's not the kind of room I set up. Sorry, man.
Can you guys not hear me right
Yeah,
now?
I didn't realize that they couldn't hear you until just now. My bad.
No, I heard him. I heard everything he said. I heard everything he said.
All right. Well, yeah. Let's leave it there though, Axel, because for everyone else,
So
I'm gonna.
so the host can't hear me.
I can hear everyone, the 2 of you,
Who can hear me right now?
me and the other dude.
Okay, then what are you saying?
Yeah, sorry, Axel. Because there's a crowd of
don't
people watching
understand.
a live stream, bro. Right. So it's the live stream.
So you couldn't hear me there?
I couldn't hear you saying anything. No.
So you could. Oh, okay.
Whatever. Anyway.
But yeah, I don't really understand.
Nah, look,
point.
fucking listen, bro.
He's right that slavery was a consensus. So
Yeah,
if
it
your
was.
whole argument boils down to consensus,
Well, why would
have
you
to
say
admit
my
that-
whole argument
so you
boils
have
down to it when
admit
I've told
that
you
since
multiple
consensus is
times
that eating animals
it
is
doesn't?
okay? It's okay.
As I said multiple times, that's not my whole argument at all. Not even close. I was just sharing something that we all share in common, pretty much. That's all. I'm not making it my whole argument. I don't know why you keep making that straw man.
What is the?
And what?
What was the straw man that I made?
That my whole argument is that. So anyway, as I was trying to have a
Well, you've given me that your argument is your preference and consensus. That's it.
Because I think that it's
Which is
important
not
that
an
we. I
argument.
think it's important that we establish good rules that protect sentient beings, and slavery is against that, as is murder.
And what is that based off of?
What is what based off of? Do you disagree?
Right.
Personally?
And what is that based off of?
It's everything's
is that
preferences,
opinion
bro.
based off of?
Everything's preferences.
Is it your
There
preference?
could be nothing else.
I know that. So then whose preference is correct? So
Yeah,
if my
so-
preference is the
so
opposite of
back
that,
to
how
here
could you tell
again.
me
So
that
back
it's
to
not
here
good?
again.
It would be consensus, right?
So back to here again. Now this time, let's roll with it. Ready?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Let's roll with it. Go ahead. Yeah.
Fuck. I actually lost my train of thought for a sec. What was the last thing you said, bro? Just remind me.
I know when you
Just remind me.
Me?
Blah blah blah. Just remind me.
what was the last?
Yeah.
Well, my point was that it
It's
pretty
all
much all
preferences.
boils
Oh,
down
right.
to your
Thank you. Yeah, no.
preferences.
So my
And if it
opinion
doesn't,
is
then if-
right. So
yeah,
my
go ahead.
opinion is
Yeah, go ahead.
my opinion is that I think that if you hear me out, I think that you
Mhm.
will realize, fuck, I'm actually going against my own preferences here. That's the conversation I want to have. I think you're being a hypocrite, but you don't realize.
That I'm going against
Yeah, you.
my preferences.
Yeah, you animal abuser. Yes.
Okay.
Uh-huh. That's what I think. That's what I keep trying to say. I think you are better than
You're a
that.
plant abuser. Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah, I mean, for animal abuse, there's not a joke. You know, plant abuse is.
Yeah, I don't believe. Okay, yeah, go ahead. I'm not gonna say anything.
You don't believe that animals have souls, so you don't give a fuck about them, right? Pretty much. Yeah?
I
They
don't
don't have
believe
souls,
animals have
so
what?
whatever. You believe animals don't have souls, so
No,
fuck it.
I didn't. Yeah,
Pretty much, right?
no, I don't.
No, it's not it. It's
Well,
not
how
because
can you
of.
prove to me that animals have souls without a stance independent reason?
Well, how can you prove that animals have souls? That you have souls.
Yeah, where are you getting that from?
Where are you
Is
getting
it your
it from?
Is it your preference?
I don't think they do have souls. I don't think they do have souls. I don't think humans have souls either.
Don't answer my question with a question.
I do what I want.
You don't think humans have souls? Okay.
No, I don't. Especially not animal
I do
abusers.
what I want. Yeah, that sums everything up right there. Yeah.
No, who really does whatever they want is you animal abusers. You don't give a fuck.
Okay, but you understand that calling people like you can't
Animal
you can't
abusers
just, you
who
can't
are
just call
animal
everybody
abusers.
who eats meat
Yeah, I can.
abusers.
Yeah, I can. You pay for people to slash throats.
I know many
animal
people that
abuser.
eat meat. There's definitely
You
a
pay
difference
it. You pay
between
for
somebody
it.
going and
You create a
kicking
demand for
dog
murder. No, there's no
versus
difference.
eating
Yeah,
a
the
steak that they
difference
got
is
at the
it's
grocery
way
store.
less violent to just kick versus
It's
stab
definitely
and
different.
slash and force them into gas chambers. That's what you pay for.
Okay, let's just go with stab and slash. Let's just go with stab. To call, like, I get your point that if you eat animals, you are
An
the
animal abuser.
entailment
Yeah.
of that is that you
Yeah,
are
of course.
abusing animals. I
Exactly.
understand, and
Yep.
I sympathize with
Exactly.
that point. But to just call everybody animal abusers is
Accurate.
I don't know the word.
Hard to believe, but fact.
No, it's just
Impossible to argue.
exaggerating, and then
No, it's not.
and
No,
then
it's not.
putting.
No, it's not. You just don't want to accept
Yeah,
your
it is, yeah.
responsibility in the suffering, in the abuse. You're like, oh, I know that animals get chopped up into pieces because of me, but I'm not responsible for it. Just because I buy dead bodies and create a demand for it, it's not my fault. It would stop if I didn't do that, but yeah, it's got nothing to do with me.
Do you think that? Yeah,
Yeah, you are animal abusers. Sorry.
you got me, bro. Wow.
Well, I know.
Like, I'll just grant that. I'm
Of
just
course.
saying that your
No, there's
wording
nothing
is
else you can
very,
do. That's the thing. Like, you are animal
inflammatory.
abusers. That's the difference between you and me. You support animal abuse and fund the Holocaust, and I don't. That's the difference between us. Now, does that sound like something
I don't know why
that maybe?
I don't know why I brought that up, but
well, because
So
it's
let
a
me ask you-
Holocaust, because it's a mass slaughter of innocent
Let me ask
beings.
you a
That's why I
question.
brought it up, because that's what it is.
let me ask you a question then. Ask you a question then. So if if a person goes to the grocery store and gets a steak and eats it,
Yeah.
that's an animal abuser. So then what would you
Yes.
classify a person who goes and stabs a cow in the neck for fun? What would you classify them as?
Your employee, basically, the
Same
guy whose
thing, or-
bills you pay. Yeah. It's basically the same thing. When you know what you're doing, when you know what you're paying
let's just
for.
say you're not working for a company. Let's just say you're walking down the street. You don't work for anybody. You have no job, and then you go and you stab an animal in the neck. What are they? The same things, or just another animal abuser? Okay.
Well,
so somebody who eats a steak and goes and
I'm
stabs
about
a
to
dog
answer
for no
you. Shut
reason
up. I
is
get the point. Yeah. You know that you do. You know that that animals are getting their throat slashed because of your money? Yes or no? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And you keep willingly doing it, even though you know there's another way you could live, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I understand that.
So you're an animal abuser. Just like when somebody buys child material, child abuse material.
I get what you mean.
And yeah, it's the same thing. So yeah, I consider that person a child abuser. Yeah, they're a child abuser. Yeah. Just like you're an animal abuser.
But again, like I totally grant your point and understand where you're coming from.
Good.
But again, it's all going to boil down to you've already admitted that animals and humans are not the same in your opinion. You've already admitted that.
Yeah, you're not the same as me as well. What's the problem? What's that got to do with anything? And
well, we are both. Our categories are the same. Yeah, me and you are not. Nobody is the exact same. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, nobody's the exact same. So I know. What, and this gets me back to my question. Well, one of my questions. I mean, anyway, why is it wrong to hurt children? What's bad about it? Why? I'll just answer it for you because I'm tired of asking. Honestly, don't worry. I'll answer it. I think it's wrong.
I've asked.
No, it's okay. Shush. You already had your chance. You already had your chance answering the question. Don't worry about it. I'll answer it. My answer to the question is that children, and just hear me out before you interrupt for a change. Okay? This might not be the perfectly.
I'm not interrupting. Go ahead.
You have every time I've tried to say pretty much anything, but just wait. Because I want to make clear that I want to get this point out before you interrupt me halfway through. Because there's many ways of saying it. And as soon as I maybe say something, you're like, oh, hang on a second. That's against the rules of conversation in some way. Yeah, so anyway. So now I'm answering the question.
Let me know when I can talk.
I'll answer my question.
Let me know when I can.
I'll answer my. Thanks. I will. I'll let you know.
Just tell me when I can talk, okay?
I told you I will. Just wait a second.
Okay.
Now is not the time. Shh, not now. I think it's wrong to abuse children because they suffer and that is bad. It infringes upon their rights that I think are important. They're man-made rights that we have agreed as society is good. And I think they're good. Most of them, not all of them. Like I got problems with law, but overall, I think it's good to have rules about how we interact with each other so that we can foster a civilized, peaceful society to make the world fair, just, and as comfortable as possible for everyone inside it. That's my answer to why. So now I'll ask you a different question. And you're already granted that the Bible is a fairy tale. So what is the moral difference between abusing a child and abusing an animal? Oh, wait, in fact, let me help you get through this one as well. I'll make it faster for you. You asked me about burning building, animal, human, and then you said you were surprised when I said human, and then you agreed with me, right? So the trait that is valuable isn't necessarily you are part of this species and you are not part of this species, right? Because there's examples where you will choose the animal, like my beloved cats, over Hitler. Okay, so we can see there, then the trait isn't human. Otherwise, no matter who it is, it doesn't matter, you'll always choose the human. So we already agree human isn't the trait. Okay, you agreed with me on that. So what is the trait that justifies a Holocaust to turn corpses into burgers, being totally fine to cows, but totally wrong to humans? Must be some big difference between us, right? Otherwise, it would be wrong in both instances. So what's the big difference?
Okay, you done? That was a lot.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to tell you. Yes, please talk. I'm listening.
So
thanks for your silence.
Okay, yeah, no worries. No worries. I figured it was my pleasure. So the question is, what's the difference between a human and an animal? That's the question.
Yeah, the moral difference.
You answer my question, then went on a little diatribe, and then asked another question.
Yes, I did do that.
Well, again, my moral framework, my moral framework and grounding is in God, and God said that we are created in His image. He didn't say anything about animals are created in God's image. That's my moral grounding. Whether it's fake, I'll grant it, but that's my moral framework.
Okay, so my response is, why are those who aren't in God's image okay to murder?
Well, again, my moral framework is that. And
no, I know, but why?
It doesn't say that. That's my
point. But where does it say?
Because it doesn't say that.
But where does it say murdering them's fine as long as they're not made in my image? Doesn't say thou shalt not kill.
Well, now you're okay. That's
go on.
Animals?
I don't know. There's no asterisk. There's no asterisk. It just says thou shalt not kill. My question is, what's the moral difference? You said, well, one's not made in the image of God, and I said, why? Where does it ever say that therefore murdering them is okay?
And you're referring to animals?
Yeah.
I'm just having a hard time understanding the question. To be honest.
No worries. Let me ask it
one
more time.
Where does it say?
I'll ask it one more time. Yeah, you said it says, well, I think it's fine to murder animals, non-human animals, because humans are animals. That's the side point. I think it's fine to murder animals because they're not made in the image of God. And I said, why is them not being made in the image of God relevant to whether it's okay to murder them or not?
Because it doesn't say that in my moral framework.
It doesn't say either way. It doesn't say, therefore you can or therefore you can't murder them. It says they're in the image of God. Okay, cool. How do you jump to so therefore murder?
Well, again, my moral framework is that, and doesn't say anything about
not murdering or murdering.
It
says thou shalt not kill.
Yeah,
you missed it.
Yeah,
it says the Garden of Eden was vegan.
The thing is that you atheists think that you can just quote one thing in the Bible, and there's no other references, like there's no context given when you can just quote one thing.
I'm asking a question. You're just saying it doesn't say it. So I'm asking anything else in the Bible.
Yes, that's my answer.
Do you think that's a good answer?
I do.
Not really.
Because I reckon.
Go ahead.
Let me internally critique you then. Like you've been internally critiquing me. Let me internally critique
you. Okay. I see. You didn't like that one.
So I've given you my answer. I've given you my answer.
No, not really. Your answer was just, I said, why is it wrong to murder? Why? I said, how do you jump from they're not made in the image of God, therefore it's okay to murder them? And you said, well, it doesn't say that. Yes, we shouldn't murder them, and it also doesn't say that we should. So I'm just going to figure, yeah, murder's fine, even though thou shalt not kill. So, and then you're like, well, you're cherry picking parts of the Bible. Oh, I'm going to ask you an internal critique, running away.
I never said you're cherry picking. I'm just saying that you're missing context. That's all.
Okay,
but
so
you've internally
so which context?
Me. So please,
no. Okay, let's finish this line of questioning. Let's finish the line of questioning. Don't run away.
Okay, go ahead.
So
I'm not running away.
What am I missing? What context am I missing? Not that it matters, but what context am I missing? Because you would.
I'm just saying in general, you guys think you atheists think you can just quote the Bible with one quote, and then it's like, oh, that's
not what I asked. Like, that's not what I asked. What? Can you answer the question instead of saying that again?
What's the question?
I said, what context am I missing regarding this? That's what you said. Oh, you're missing context. You people just think you can just say one thing and blah, blah, blah.
My answer to you is that, that God's word, Christian ethics, that is my moral framework. And if it doesn't say to not kill animals,
thou shalt not kill.
In my moral framework, it is okay. So I'm going to ask you some questions.
Thou shalt not kill. What about that?
Understand?
What about thou shalt not kill?
Referencing people made in the image of God, my friend.
I got another question for you. Do you think it was just when God had David's
You can just ask me a bunch of questions. It's your show. How can I not
Do you think it was just when God had David's wives raped as his punishment? Was that just behavior by God? Just curious if we're on the same page here or not. Do you want me to read you the verse?
Yeah.
Are you aware of it? Do you know the verse?
No, I just granted to you that it was.
It was just. You think that it's fair to have an innocent person raped?
We'd have to ask
an innocent person raped.
Her preferences, right?
I'm just asking you.
Ask about her preferences,
I expect you to be honest. So in a conversation, so if this is your honest answer, you can always just go, preferences. But if you're not being honest, what's the point in talking? You are being honest. So,
but again, I've already granted to you that it can be all made up.
I'm asking you a question about it. You're the one who invoked the Bible again, saying, well, image of God as your reason to torture and murder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we're talking about the Bible again, even though it's made up.
Yeah, because when he's referencing do not kill, he's not referencing
Where
animals.
does it say that?
How do you not
does it say not animals? It just says thou shalt not kill. What's the Garden of Eden vegan? Or did they eat meat there? Did they eat meat in the Garden of Eden?
That's the issue with you people, is that you don't understand that you can't just take one line and that's it.
I'm giving you many lines. I'm giving you many lines.
To understand
the Garden of Eden was vegan.
You've never read it.
The Garden of Eden was vegan. There's another line. I give you every herb and every seed and every fruit, blah, blah, blah. Whatever, dude. And then I've given you another one just to show that why are we even listening to this unjust? Why are we listening to this unjust God who rapes women to punish their husband? I don't give a fuck what this guy says about ethics at this point.
God raped women?
he had women raped. Yeah, he had women raped. He said, I will do this. You want me to read it to you or you know it?
But you just said God raped women. That's the difference. That's very different.
My apologies.
Than saying
he had them raped.
And you also
had them raped. That's like you animal abuser. You have them abused. You're still an animal abuser. He made them get raped.
There's so much context that you're missing.
There's context. Always context missing, isn't there? You can't just accept that it's a bunch of fucking bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What context? What context am I missing? Explain it to me. Oh, you can't do that again?
That it was a fallen world.
So it's fallen world. So it's just for God to have women raped to punish husbands. That's just.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. You've asked me like 30 questions. Let me ask you some questions since you're so smart and you're on here on YouTube.
Cried a lot. Yeah, go ahead. Ask me what
debate you.
Go ahead.
So let me critique you. Okay.
Go ahead, animal
So
user.
why is killing wrong? Just okay. Why is killing wrong?
Because generally, sentient beings have a desire to continue living. And that's their right.
Okay, and why would not continuing living be wrong? Why would not?
It's not that it's wrong. It's that they have preference
don't some
to
people
living.
not want? Don't some people?
That's why I said
themselves?
generally. That's why I said generally. Right. You don't get to choose for someone else, though. Yes, it's all preference. I don't know why you keep coming back to this. Of course, it's preference because we don't have objective morals.
Let's keep it really simple, my friend. Let's just okay, let's just say we've both admitted that it's all preferences, right? So
Yes.
how can you sit on here and say that my preferences are right? What are you basing that off of? Your preference or consensus? Because the consensus is not on your side.
Actually, you're just hypocrites and you don't know it.
Okay, you can say that, but you're just refusing to answer my question.
No, that's my answer.
I've answered all your questions.
That actually, you guys are just fucking ignorant. And you would be a vegan if you
can just say that.
Understood.
That's not an argument.
Oh, I can prove it, but you won't let me. Oh, I can prove it.
You're just ignorant.
I can prove it.
You're just ignorant.
But I can prove it.
You asked me like 5. You asked me like 5 to 6
I can prove it.
So
do you want me to prove it? Do you want me to prove why you're ignorant? Do you want me to prove why you're a hypocrite? No.
Can you
rather talk shit? Yeah, of course. Go ahead.
I already answered questions and I've answered them. You didn't like my answers.
I asked this question from the beginning where I still haven't gone through my questions I wanted to ask you, but go ahead.
You've asked me like 6 questions.
But go ahead.
And I've answered all of them. Okay. So you admitted that it's all preferences, right? Correct? Just yes or no?
I'm not yes or no on this fucking same thing I've said yes to 20 times.
Exactly. You've admitted that it's all preferences. So how do we answer this question without asking me a question? Just answer the question. How do we determine whose preference is correct morally then? How?
Cool. So depending on who can prove it the best, who has the best evidence that supports their conclusions.
And then what would that?
I can compare to you. Let's find out. Let's find out what it looks like.
Okay, and then let's say somebody comes
proving
along
proving your contradictions, proving your hypocrisies. That's how I will do it.
Can you stop filibustering and let me just talk? So let's just say that somebody comes along, like you said, and they give a really good argument on why killing animals is fine, and consensus agrees. Why is that wrong? Why would that be wrong? You'd have to admit that would be correct then, based off of your grounding.
If they had a better argument than me, but they don't. I've never heard one. Until they do, I'm right.
Based on who? Based on who?
Based on the laws of logic, bro. Based on being not contradictory in our beliefs.
Yeah, it's not a contradiction to say that you can eat an animal and not.
Oh, it is, but you just don't want to hear why.
Because then you have to give me your moral framework as to why they are the same, and you've already admitted they're not the same. That's so funny.
Hang on a second. I admitted that you and I aren't the same, and it's wrong to murder you too. There's more to it than that. You and I aren't the same, but I wouldn't murder you. We're different. They're different. And at what point, this is the question you still haven't answered, except just to say, well, that's just my beliefs. You can't actually back it up with anything valuable. You just say, it says it in a book, so I believe it.
That's even all yours is too. All your answers are your beliefs.
I have reasons that are logical. Yours is just in a book. I'm not a hypocrite about it. I don't think violence against innocent beings. I don't think violence against innocent beings is right sometimes and wrong sometimes. You do. You're the hypocrite.
But you do think that? You kind of cut out.
I don't. You do. You are the hypocrite.
You cut out. I didn't really hear you.
You are the hypocrite, not me. I don't think it's okay to be violent towards innocent beings. As a general rule.
You can keep saying that. You can keep saying that. And it doesn't make it true, brother.
What doesn't make it true? What do you mean? You mean you're saying it's not true?
A hypocrite doesn't make them a hypocrite.
Oh, but I can prove that you're a hypocrite. That's what I keep telling you. I can easily prove you're a hypocrite in many ways.
Okay, tell me in very simple words without filibustering, what hypocritical statement did I make?
Who said that you said a hypocritical statement? I said you are a hypocrite. I know based on your actions.
You just called me a hypocrite.
Yeah, you're a hypocrite. But it doesn't mean you've had it. Doesn't mean you've said a specific statement. Are you vegan? No, right? That's why you're here.
No.
So you're a hypocrite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And how does not being a vegan make me a hypocrite? I don't understand.
How does not being vegan make me a hypocrite? Because you are against.
You just said because.
Yeah, I'm explaining. Right. So it's both. It's not just that you're a hypocrite. It's also that you're ignorant. So if you understood some things about animals. So let me explain it like this, right? You can explain to a racist white person why slavery is wrong to a white person, and they can understand it.
And why is slavery wrong?
Because you're taking someone's freedom from them.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. It's all preferences. And the point is,
right.
dude.
So what if somebody wants their freedom taken from them?
I'm trying to explain. People don't want that. If someone wants it, then take it. Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
Do you think that if we take somebody and put them in prison,
you're too afraid of the line of questioning, man.
Away,
it's
right?
crazy. You just won't let it happen.
No, I'm just critiquing you. You just don't want to handle it because
no,
you have no.
It's not that I can't handle it. It's that every time I. No, I do, but you don't want to hear it.
You have no moral framework at all, other than preferences and consensus, and that's stupid.
We're all about preferences. Yeah, no, but you agree with a lot of my moral framework, except that you're a hypocrite. So let me ask you some questions. Are you against violence towards innocent beings?
Saying that.
Yes or no? Yes or no? Let's prove it. Yes or no?
I didn't hear your question. Sorry. Go ahead.
It's not just. It's either that or you just blown to absurdity.
Dude, I didn't hear your question. Just ask it again.
Yeah, I said. Was it a question? I said. Let me just go back. It's partly ignorance. It's partly hypocrisy. Well, I can't remember, dude. Like I thought you heard me. I fucking was already thinking about other shit. I've been fucking doing this 3 hours now already.
All good.
Yeah, sweet. So, look, here's what I'm trying to say. I'm just going to fucking fuck all this game shit that we've been playing. Listen, I don't know you. What's your name? What's your name? Shut up and just listen.
I'm not going to. I'm not going to.
Okay, fine. No, it
doesn't matter.
You seem like you're probably a pretty reasonable person. Okay, like, I doubt that you're a child abuser. I doubt that you're a woman abuser. You're probably not a thief. You're probably, I think we agree on a lot regarding morals. I think that you probably think that justice is important, fairness, and that people who do the wrong thing, we can probably agree on what a lot of those wrong things are in almost every aspect.
I agree.
Yeah, cool. Okay, and so the part that we where we differ is because you don't understand who animals are, bro. Like you think that there's humans, and then there's this other thing. Okay, and because they're so different, and because they're so different,
though.
No, I said that they're different, not different enough to murder. You're different, not different enough to murder. That's the difference. You think they're different enough to murder.
Yeah. Because I want to eat.
You do, right? Is that right? Do you think they're different enough to murder? That's why it's okay.
Good for me. Yeah, it's good for me.
Huh? Yeah, like no. Are you being honest with me? Or you're saying it was based on a book?
No,
I want to know if you're being honest. Huh?
Yeah, I mean, taking the whole philosophy thing out of it, I personally believe that eating animals is better for health. That's what I believe.
I'm sorry, dude. I really wanted to hear that, but you cut out. Can you say that again?
Philosophy is still important.
We can get back to it, but let's just go. So what did you say? I didn't hear because you cut out.
My last thing. No, I said that taking philosophy out of it, I personally believe from my research that eating animals and my own personal experience that I feel better eating animals.
Okay, but we're not talking about if you feel better or worse. Yeah. Like I might feel better eating Mexicans, but I'm not going to eat Mexicans, Like we're talking about the morality. We're talking about why you think it's okay to murder them for maybe feeling a little better.
Okay,
where you wouldn't do that to a human. Yeah, maybe you feel a bit better, but you wouldn't do it. You wouldn't like murder, right? You only think it's okay to murder animals because
you understand that it's all preferences though, right?
Stop that. What I'm trying to say that you're not allowing to happen is I think your preferences are whack, and I think I can prove it, and you're just not letting that happen. And I think you'll agree in the end, potentially. All right, I'm trying to point out hypocrisy, but you're just like, but preferences. Fucking no shit. Preferences, yes, we have preferences in life. That's what we fucking do. Anyway, moving on from that. Okay, so I think you think that it's okay to murder animals, even though you are fucking against murder, dude. You are usually very against murder. Like, out of 1,000, how against murder are you? Like, let's just replace a pig with a human, okay? And out of 1,000, how bad is it what happens to them in a slaughterhouse?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, yeah. My whole screen froze there. So I didn't hear anything you said. Sorry.
No worries. I'll say it again.
I had to refresh the whole page.
Yeah. OG. I said, how? I said, I think that you. Hang on. I said, I think that you think it's okay to murder animals because you think they're so different. But usually you're very fucking against murder. So for example, if we replace a cow or replace a pig getting forced into a gas chamber and then getting gutted with a knife, out of 1,000, let's say a human was in that position, out of 1,000, how against it are you? You know, work with the idea. How against it are you? Is that like bad, not
Of
that
that
bad?
specific example
Yep, that exact.
of gassing,
Gassing.
Well,
Like what happens to like what happens to the pigs in the meat industry, standard legal practice. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Did you know that?
So I obviously, I did know that, but obviously I disagree with that. But let me just get my point out. So I disagree with that, but unfortunately, due to our population size, that is what is required, and it's just the way it is. I'm not giving you a prescriptive. I'm giving you a descriptive statement.
Nice, thanks. It's not required, not even close. In fact, we're way better off in pretty much every way if we went vegan. But that aside for a second,
but don't animals get killed from veganism?
Dude, you're going into way too many directions. Just hang on a second. I'll answer it really quickly, actually, and we can come back to it, but just accept my short answer for now. That's an extension of self-defense. You are defending your crops. You're not enslaving. You're not intentionally going out and murdering for whatever. You are defending your life force against animals that can't be reasoned with, can't be stopped any other way. There are other ways to do it. Unfortunately, we live in a world currently where that is popular because people don't give a fuck about animals, clearly. And vegans are the first to line up for any new way, and we would have better ways if we were all vegan. But either way, it's an extension of self-defense. We can come back to it, dude, but let's not get too far off topic. Can we just come back?
Well, you can't just make a bunch of statements and not let me respond.
I can, because I said I was going to. I just quickly answered, but let's not get stuck there. We can come back to it.
Let me respond to what you just said.
I'm responding to what you said. We're not going to go back and forth,
debate, right?
We're not going to go back and forth forever. I just quickly am responding. Come back to it, dude. I'm already on a point. Okay, you're the one that sidetracked with this. So I gave you a quick answer.
You make like 5 points and then ask
I'm not making 5 points. You are just thinking of random things to ask. I never said anything about crop deaths or anything.
No, I'm not. I'm answering your question.
You're not letting me finish. You're interrupting me with a bunch of new questions.
Yes,
you're interrupting me with a bunch of.
You make like 6 statements.
Wait, I'm fucking expressing the fucking.
Just make one statement at a time and let me respond. Make one
we
statement
can come back to crop deaths later. Just stop stressing. We can come back to crop deaths later, whenever you want. No problem. So out of 1,000, how against it are you?
The
gas chamber slashing throats open. How bad would it be if it was a human?
1,000.
Yeah.
Not 1,000. Not actually 1,000. I don't know, man. Like 500.
Okay. Roughly, really 500. It's just like it's
roughly
it's like
500.
It's pretty bad. Like okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let me put it this way: if it was your experience going through something like that, what level of discomfort do you think you'd feel? Like how desperate? Like
a lot of discomfort.
Like about as high as can be.
Yeah, 1,000.
Yeah, right. Like cool. I appreciate just working with the fucking idea of what I'm trying to say, pointing to the concept.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you. So 1,000. You're against it 1,000, but when it comes to pigs, you're against it 0, right? Just be honest.
No, I said 500.
With pigs, if it's actually
I said 500, but can I explain why?
If it's actually pigs.
Yeah, I already answered the question.
Okay,
I
go
already
ahead.
answered it. It was 500 out of 1,000.
So it is a bit bad, you think?
It's a bit bad. I personally wish that we could raise our own animals and kill them humanely to eat. That would be my preference, but unfortunately, due to our population size, that doesn't seem likely, and I don't think that everybody can just eat vegetables. Like
no one's asking you to.
Crazy.
There's 60,000 plants. There's fruits, vegetables, nuts, grains, seeds, beans.
Vegan meats, vegan cheese. We ought to be vegan, which means we eat vegetables.
Yeah. No, it doesn't mean we eat vegetables.
Okay, so we got to eat lab-grown meat. Like, how do you not? So we got to eat lab-grown meat from the companies.
Dude, hang on. It's just a category error. Just wait a second. I'll explain it to you. It's just a category error. You're talking about vegetables, and vegetables is one food group of plants. That's all. That's what I was talking about. There's fruits, vegetables, nuts, grains, seeds, beans. Okay. So no, we don't just eat vegetables. That's all. So yeah, I do expect.
Do you trust the companies that are making this this fake meat. Do you trust the companies that are doing that? Probably
fake
not.
meat?
I'm guessing.
What do you mean? Which fake meat?
Just so you know, I gotta go in like 7 minutes. Like I'm a hard.
Okay, well, let's not talk about fake meat right now. Even though, yeah, great point. Fake meat exists. We could just eat meat.
You brought it up.
Vegan meat. Yeah, I brought fake meat up. No, you said we only eat vegetables, and I said we eat lots of things. So anyway, so right, so you do think it's not just totally morally okay. That's what you're telling me. There is some moral something about it that's not right, even though they're not in the image of God. You still think there's something wrong about this.
Yeah, I wish that they could be killed humanely because, of course, I feel for animals. However, I
get the rest. You got a preference to eat meat, and so this is just what you do. So let's say there's. I wonder how you get to. Well, it can't be done without a painless killing, even though I still think that's wrong. You're ending someone's life against their will. But let's just put that aside for a second. You've got two directions to go. You can't do it your ideal way. So there's either, well, therefore don't do it, or there's then do it in this fucking brutal, violent way. So how do you get to that one? How do you get to that one instead of just, well, I guess I'll just not do it? Way. Yeah, I know you do, obviously. So why? Like, why do you think that's a better choice?
Well,
you like the taste of meat that much?
Because I don't think you can get the nutrition that is. I don't think you can get the nutrition without supplementation to thrive without eating meat.
What about with supplementation?
And I don't believe that that's.
What about with supplementation? Do you think it's possible?
With supplementation?
Yeah.
I think it's close. I mean, I have a close relative of mine who was vegan for like 5 years, suffered a lot of poor health, and then this person had to start to eat farm fresh eggs to get the nutrients required.
No, they didn't, but they might have thought that they did. Cool. And you know, a lot of meat eaters who get sick as well, right?
Well, this individual I'm referring to started to eat farm fresh eggs, and a lot of their health issues
doesn't mean that was the only way they could have healed. Doesn't mean that was the only way they could have healed, right? Maybe there was other ways. Yes, possibly, right? Yeah, okay, cool. And there was. Mm-hmm. There's nothing special in eggs that you can't get from plants.
But again, I only have like.
But I know, so that's why I want to ask these questions. Now, just chill with me for a bit. Just chill with me for a bit and roll with this, all right? So look.
Okay, but I only have 5 minutes, man. So we got.
I hear you. So shush and listen. If you could be healthy on a vegan diet with a B12 supplement and get all the nutrients you need, in fact, no, let's just say as healthy, then do you believe that's a possibility?
It would depend on what you mean by healthy.
All the necessary nutrients for optimal health. Yeah, all the necessary nutrients for optimal health. That's it.
Well, man, like just to give you my own personal experience, and it is anecdotal.
Just a yes or no, bro. I don't need a personal experience. Can you just
answer the question?
Please just answer the question. Just yes or no. You believe it or you don't. Yes or no.
What's the question?
Can vegans be healthy? Can get adequate nutrition with plants and a B12 supplement? Just yes or no. If you do or you don't, and then I'll answer you.
To swear, but I answered your question, and I answered your question. My answer was it depends on what you mean by healthy. I don't believe that
getting the vital
thing.
Nutrients, getting the optimal.
Like I can believe they can be healthy.
Okay, you believe they can be healthy. Cool, that'll do. Right. So you believe that they can be healthy as a vegan. People can be healthy as a vegan. So when I asked you earlier, why would you go? You can be healthy as a vegan.
No, but I never said that.
I said, why would you choose?
Maybe healthy depending on a certain metric that you give, but it doesn't mean that you're thriving. Like, what does healthy mean to you? What does that mean?
Thriving.
That you have, that means
thriving. Thriving. Yeah, you're getting
so if you're like
essential nutrients.
If you're 500 pounds, yeah, I don't believe that you can thrive on a vegan diet. I've seen people.
Okay. Have you seen any meat eaters not thriving? Ever noticed any?
Yeah, but that's not because they're eating meat, dude. How do you not understand?
Oh, isn't it? Really? Are you sure? Yeah. You don't think it could be something to do with them eating corpses? Why do you think?
I will admit that.
Yeah. You can be healthy either way, right? Let's just agree with that. You could be healthy either way. Am I unhealthy? I've been doing this 12 years. I got my blood test just 2 months ago. Everything's perfect. That's just me. It's just an anecdote, just like the ones you were giving me. It's just right. So look. And here's where
you didn't even let me finish my anecdote. That's the problem.
Here's where
you didn't even let me finish my anecdote.
You told me about your friend with eggs, dude. And here's where it comes to the ignorant part.
No, there was another one and you didn't let me finish.
It doesn't matter, does it? You know, anecdotes are shit. Who cares? So just listen. I'm going to go bigger than anecdotes and go to meta-analysis.
I got to go in like 3 minutes.
Yeah, meta-analysis.
I got to go in like 3 minutes if you can just let me.
The largest studies ever on nutrition and disease show that a plant-based diet is perfectly healthy for all ages. Likely you'll live longer, have less nutrient deficiencies,
since you're so familiar with those studies, who funded those? And was it an observational study or was it an observation? I have a question. Who funded those studies? Number two, was it an observational study?
Here's one right here. 112,000 members endorses animal exploitation free. Look, again, like, so you don't believe in studies, you don't believe in meta-analysis. You can throw studies. You can throw studies. I can throw studies. I don't know, bro. It depends. There's so many. Dude, there's so many. Do you know what
an observational study even is? Do you know what an observational study is?
It's when the people give like their
survey.
Yeah, give their opinion on their
it's a survey. And you know what? Somebody like you who seems to be healthy and fit, I will admit.
Yes, thank you.
You are treated equal as somebody who is 500 pounds and sits around on a couch all day and eats whatever.
Actually, there's there's a lot of confounding factors were accounted for, but again, like this is kind of a pointless thing as well. So I'm just going to give you the hypothetical because you're not going to listen to the largest studies ever conducted on nutrition and disease. You're going to listen to the mountains of evidence.
Yeah, who funded those studies?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Let's say it was.
It doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't. Let's say it was big broccoli. Let's say it was big broccoli. Let's say it was big broccoli. Does that mean it's fake? Does that guarantee it's fake?
Big broccoli. That doesn't even. Big broccoli.
Exactly. It doesn't exist. Exactly. Yeah, I know. But imagine it.
Would you admit that?
Assuming you know what I'm pointing at,
would you admit that? Would you admit that if a lab-grown meat company funded the study, that would mean it's a flawed study to get them to promote?
No, not necessarily. It might be a flawed study.
Not necessarily. Have to check for. Got it.
Yeah, there's a potential bias. Obviously, does that mean the study's flawed 100%? Because there's a potential bias.
Well, if it's an observational study, then it's flawed. Yeah, if it's an
not necessarily, not necessarily. It could still be. Well, yeah, observational. All studies have certain flaws. Yeah, so it's not a perfect study. I agree, but there's many different studies.
Dude, I could definitely pull up studies.
That's why I don't want to talk about studies. Yeah, I know. Me too, bro. So many. So anyway, that's why I don't really want to talk about studies.
I could pull up studies that show.
I know. Let's not talk about studies. You got like a minute. So here's the thing. Let's just.
You brought up studies. Here's the studies. Let's not talk about studies.
And then you were like, "Fuck studies." So I was like, "All right, well, don't worry about studies." Yeah. So now moving on from studies.
No, I'm saying I didn't say fuck studies. I said that the studies.
Who funded it? And then I'm like, "Well, it doesn't matter who funded it necessarily." And you're like, "Yes, it does." So now we're moving on.
Doesn't matter who funded the study.
Not necessarily. Yeah, it depends on the quality of the study, not on who funded it.
Okay, just like cigarettes were okay, right?
I agree that. Yeah, that was bullshit. But dude, you can't say just because someone funded a study, therefore the study is flawed or wrong. Can you? No. You know that's true. So fuck with me, dude.
Well,
so anyway, moving on because studies aren't work. Studies.
I gotta go.
Yeah, so last thing. This is what I was just trying to say the whole time. This is just what I was trying to say the whole time. One thing.
Okay, I'll let you
if you could live healthy without being a fucking abuser of innocent beings, then you should do, based on your own preferences, which we didn't even get around to talking about. But you are a moral hypocrite. You are an animal abuser. I hope you change. You seem like a nice guy aside from that. So you're very out of line with the person you are a massive moral hypocrite. You are a fucking animal abuser hypocrite. You're violent towards innocent beings. They're different, but who gives a shit? You could never explain why it's okay just because they're different, that therefore murder's okay. I'm not made in the image of God based on fucking fairy tale. You got no fucking proof of any of that shit, and that's your justification for murder. Think more about that, buddy. Think more about what you're fucking justifying just based on a fucking fairy tale.
I've already told you that my preference or my stance is that humans and animals are not the same.
Because you think they're so different. I know that. Yeah, and you're not the same as me, but you're not going to murder me, right? Would you murder me even though we're different? Would you murder me even though we're different? No, so it's not just, well, they're not exactly the same.
No, I would not.
Exactly. So that's not the metric. So why are we talking about that?
Do you not realize that if I said that animals and humans were the same, if I said that animals and humans were the same thing, and then I said it was okay to murder an animal, not a human, then that would make me a hypocrite. But since I said that they're different, it doesn't make me a hypocrite.
Yes, because they're not different enough to justify murder. But that's what you never got around to talking about. That's what you never wanted to talk about. They're different. We agree. You're different than me, not different enough to murder. Animals are different to you, not different enough to murder. And that's your fucking hypocrisy, mate. That's your fucking blind spot.
No.
Yeah, it is. Animal abuser. Yeah, it is. Yeah, you just don't realize you're a hypocrite. You didn't get around to understanding what you really fucking believe and why.
Yeah.
That's right.
No,
Next
you don't know
time.
how to
Next
argue.
time.
Your issue is that you don't know how to argue properly.
I know enough to point that out.
Listen. I'll subscribe to your channel, and we
Cool.
can continue to have further debates down the line because it was a fun conversation.
Man, give some serious thought. This isn't a fucking joke, man. I know you don't want animals to be tortured. You're better than that. Give them more value. Let's talk another time.
I do appreciate your passion, though. I will say, I do appreciate your passion,
Thanks,
and I
man.
understand where you're coming from. I don't want animals.
No, you don't yet. You don't still yet.
I don't want.
No, not yet. But I'd love you to learn more.
But you have to
I'd love you to
understand.
There's a difference, just like you and me, but not different enough to murder.
You should learn
but not different enough to murder.
You should learn philosophy 101 and understand that all of it boils down. Let me just finish with this because I gotta go.
Please.
You've talked a lot. You have to understand that it all boils down to preferences. You've already admitted that. And then it all boils down to consensus. Well, we understand that just because the consensus right now is that eating animals is okay, so that's not a valid argument.
That's not what I said about consensus.
You
have preferences based on ignorance.
And it's all
based on ignorance.
So there's no way to determine whose preference is correct. How do you not understand
You would agree with me if we got there. You would agree with me if you got there, but you didn't want to. Your preferences are based on you being ignorant about who animals are. But we'll talk about it another time. They're not different enough for you to murder. You need to think more about it.
They are different because they're
not enough for you to murder.
They're not made
yes,
in the
they're
image
different.
Of God. And
not different enough for you to murder.
In your worldview,
and think more about it. Where does it say? So therefore, murder's fine. Nowhere. Murder's fine now. Really? You just like eating meat, corpse eater. You just love the taste of flesh. That you're willing to just be like, fuck it. Yeah, murder's fine because why? They're not in the image of God. Murder's fine. Yay. Cool, bro. All right, real good argument.
Fine.
Anyway, you got to go. Peace.
Just end the argument. Just to end the argument on this. Fine. I'll take the Bible stuff right out of it. It's all made up, all nonsense. It's my preference to eat animals, and it's your preference to not eat animals. That's what it all boils down to. And there's no way to determine who is correct without preferences and consensus.
I can point out flaws in your logic. I can point out flaws in your understanding of animals. That's easy. So your preferences, I know you've got that preference now.
You haven't
but
given me
I would
any
change it.
But
I would change your preference based on new information. That's what I was trying to say the whole time. So you got preferences based on ignorance. But let's talk another time.
Well, you have preferences based on ignorance.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, probably do. But until you can prove me wrong, like I can do to you.
There we go.
Yeah, I probably do. Just in general, just in life. I don't think I'm infallible. I don't think I know everything. I'm admitting that. I probably do. You're probably right. I don't think I'm perfect. But I know you're an animal abuser, and I know that you wouldn't be, because you're not a fucking piece of shit. So why you're an animal abuser makes no sense. But we'll talk another time.
All right, man. Have a good day.
All right, peace, bro. Animal abusers. Anyway, how you going? I didn't see a single comment. I fucking like that guy. He was a fucking cool guy. I would really like to keep talking to him, but... Oh, sorry. My cat's... Hang on. Well, bro, get out then. Bye. Another win in the book stream. Thanks, fucking legend. No, I do like him. Like, yeah, he's annoying, but... Do you know what I mean when I say I like him? I mean... He's not an actual piece of shit. He sounds like a piece of shit. He's defending animal abuse, but he's not. I cannot accept that I am around genuine fucking pieces of shit. Like, I can't. No. That guy's just like me, ignorant 12 years ago, thinking about animals in all the wrong fucking ways. That's all. I really think that. With this guy in particular. Maybe not everyone. Fucking... Lamb kebabs are the bomb. Get vegan lamb, bro. It's even better. Because, yeah, lambs do taste good, but murdering babies is psychopath behavior, you know? So, like I said, taste isn't good enough reason to murder. Will any stick to the topic and change Jimmy's mind? Oh my God, that guy, fuck. He was testing my level of highness, you know what I mean? Like trying to remember all the fucking shit. Anyway, it's twisting my brain up, tearing hair off my head. Yeah. You know what I like about guys like that is that you can, you know, have a conversation heated like that, and just be like, all right, bro, peace at the end. Like that's what he does. He fucking obviously gets in all the debates and arguments and shit like that. Now my cat want to come back in, but yeah, I don't know. I just felt like he just would do anything but really run with where I was trying to go from the very beginning. I tried to get in there like 10 fucking times. I'm not going to watch that back, I think, ever, because that would just piss me off seeing how many times I let that happen. Oh, someone here. What am I doing? Sorry about that. I fucking didn't even see it. I'm talking shit over here. Yo, what's up? You there? One sec. Sorry. Hang on. Okay. Yeah, dude, what's up? You don't have a video showing, do you? Oh, yes, you do.
No, it's
No,
blank.
No worries. How you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Wicked. What can I do for you, bro? What's your name?
Martin.
Martin, nice to meet you.
Okay, so I think I can convince you to not be a vegan.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, do you think oysters, scallops, and mussels are conscious?
I err on the side of caution because they have clusters of nerve ganglia that could be helping them receive, you know, pain signals and shit like that. So I just err on the side of caution that maybe they are, and I don't care about those foods or whatever they are enough to you know, make a big deal about it.
Oh, okay. Actually, sorry, my wife just got back, so I have to go, but might be able to chat again soon.
No worries. Thanks, Martin. All right, see you, bro. He gave up fast. Oh, okay. That didn't go how I was expecting. See ya. All right. So if anybody else wants to try to change my mind, waste their time, please join me. And we do that shit. Man, he almost converted Jimmy. Oysters, what? I never thought about this, bro. Oh my god, so funny. Like, reminds me of, you know, crop deaths. People saying it to you like it's the first time you heard it, bro. It ain't even the first time I heard it in the last 10 minutes. What are you talking about? A lot of people on day one about this topic. So anyway, is anybody still here who wants to discuss this, have a chat about it? You think that you are justified in being an animal abuser? Maybe. Yo, can you hear me? Those vitamins don't sound so healthy. Oh, you're talking to someone else. Oh, those victims don't sound so healthy. You can hear me now or what? I'm back. Yes, sweet as. Not working. Wait, I'm back. Hang on, sorry. One sec, guys. Yeah. Okay, no, I'm good. What was I gonna fucking say? I don't know. Who cares? Doesn't seem like vegans don't live very long. All right. Anybody else want to come and debate me and see if you got any good arguments to not be vegan, you corpse-eating, brainwashed, zombie, animal abusing psychopaths? Just being honest, guys. Yo, Allison, what's up? Long time no chat. I'm so glad you were here for the first stream back. Yes. Legendary. You just joining now? We've been having so much fun. cooking corpse eaters like a pound of flesh. All right. Well, you just got here in time, Allison, but I might have to roll out here. Anyone want to just come have a chat? You can be vegan. You don't need to try to change my mind about nothing. If you want, click the link and we can just do that instead, just to finish off. I know people that only harvest roadkill animals. What's the moral conundrum there? That's a great question. I think that yeah, I might be a regular for your channel from now on. You got my vibe. Epic. Well, I'm just getting back into being regular on this channel, so that'll be wicked. I'll see you at the next live. But as for the roadkill thing, look, some vegans will say you shouldn't even pick a feather up off the floor. And and that's like in the same sort of territory as eating roadkill, for example. But there's like look, I don't think you can make anywhere near as good of a case against it, but I do still think there's strong reasons not to, just realistically in this society. I think anytime you're eating dead bodies, anytime you're eating corpses, you are normalizing eating corpses, to a species that shouldn't be eating corpses. And in this day and age, like let's just say someone right now is eating corpses, you're just fitting into the status quo of normalizing what happens for meat, basically. You're like, I eat roadkill, the actual implications of that would be maybe people intentionally start hitting animals on the road. It's not going to solve a problem. It's probably just going to create some new problems if everybody's doing that. If everybody genuinely just ate roadkill, then and it didn't like cause any more anything, there's still problems of like, that would have been a meal for other animals who had no other choice to eat something else, whereas you did have a choice to eat something else. And so let's say a meat-eating animal could have eaten that, but instead they didn't, and you did, then they had to go kill somebody else. So I think that's probably the strongest argument against it. It's disgusting. It causes disease. It's unhealthy. It's, like shit like that. Some vegans will say like not a single animal product ever, not a feather you can't take from the floor. I don't really agree with that. I don't think that's necessary to go that far. I get that they're just like staying strict to it kind of thing, but yeah, I don't really, if there's not a victim, then, I think that it changes things a lot. But, yeah, I don't know. Picking up a feather is not using it. What if you pick it up and then put it on your hat? Again, like it's not great. You're kind of promoting this shit. So all these things, I do get it. Like I'm just saying you can't make as good an argument against it. So someone here's saying eating roadkill is still viewing the animals as food, but technically it's not a moral issue. Viewing a feather as yours to use views who it belongs to as an object. Well, what if it's just totally discarded? Like at that point, it's not really anybody's, It's been there for 5 years, let's just say. No one wants it. No one's around. It fell into your window. Like, again, it's pretty hard. You can say shit like that. And yeah, I get where you're coming from. But, it's not like, oh, this is a highly compelling argument to not do it kind of thing. So I'm saying still that promotes it as yours to use. I think, at some point, if you want to use it, you could say, yeah, I'm going to use it. Like if something's completely discarded, yeah, but then again, you're promoting the use of feathers, etc., etc. And then for other animals, it will be an actual problem that will actually impact their life. Whereas the discarded feather, the body that came from, no one is actually impacted. You know what I mean? Maybe someone has some better answers for that. I don't know. I care more about other shit, like torture, etc. Slavery, murder. So animal food is a great food for survival, not thriving. Yes, very true. Hey y'all, it's me, Rich, the fake vegan. What's up? This is at the root problem. We should take it seriously. You mean like taking a feather? You would have. What if I picked up feathers from the slaughtered turkeys and turned it into activism? Jake would not do so. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna talk about fucking feathers and roadkill. Like this isn't much of a reality. It's far less of a pressing issue. There's actually animals getting forced into gas chambers right now intentionally by people who think they're justified in doing it. But yeah, all right, anybody want to chat? Anybody want to click the link, come say what's up? Maybe you want to talk a bit about something that any of the people already said tonight, or what was the other thing I was going to say? Or do any animal abusers want to debate and want to try to tell me why being a vegan is not the best thing ever? Good luck. Also, if you appreciated my work, you like Jimmy Cashpey, you want to put some rice and beans on the table, then boom, you can click that link there, jimmycashpey.com/tip. And I appreciate it. And thanks in advance if anybody wants to do that. Also, if anybody wants any coaching, fitness coaching, social media stuff, big gangster rap, anything along those lines, you guys think I can help you in any way, you want to have a call with me, let me know through my website, jimmycashpey.com. You can see it right there. Yeah, and that's pretty much it, guys. So where do I live? I live in another dimension, bro. All right, so if no one else joins, then I'm going to go in 1 minute. Animal abusers invited as a guest. The other dimension still says live vegan. They fucking there's in the other dimension, 99% of people are vegan and only 1% of people are animal abusers. It's heaps better, but I got to keep coming back every now and then, do what I can in this dimension you guys are in. Animal abusers are everywhere, you know what I mean? What's this? Sweet. All right. So you guys are going to have to finish your conversation somewhere else. Sorry about that. Or maybe you can talk in the comments section still. But thanks to everybody who joined me for the stream. Had a really good time. First stream back. I cannot believe it all worked. I had so many technical issues. I had like months of technical issues. Today, I nearly didn't even bother trying to fix it and just forgetting this whole shit. So anyway, thank you all for joining me. I had a good time. I think we had some really good chats here. And until next time, guys, I probably will go live again in a couple of days. I don't know, maybe around now, something like that. If you haven't watched Psychopathic Tendencies yet, then go to my YouTube channel and watch that. Or go to my Patreon and you can see the 18+ version. It's free to watch there. Also, if you want to support V-Gangster Rap, go to my Patreon and become a member of the Cashpey Cartel. All right, everybody, I'm rolling out. So thanks again. Catch you next time. Peace.